Steinhoppels is proud to be a partner of the Chicago White Sox and proud to support Special Spaces Illinois. This season, every time the White Sox turn a double play at home, Steinhoppels will donate $200 to Special Spaces to help create dream bedrooms for children battling cancer. With 7 Chicagoland locations, Steinhoppels is your furniture and mattress destination with the largest selection to fit every style and budget. Shop in store and online at steinhoppels.com.
White Sox out in Boston to take on the Red Sox, game 2 of a 3-game series. Welcome back to the Advantage Dealer Group pregame show on the ESPN 1000 Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network. Jack McGrath in for Jeff Meller. Len Casper and Darren Jackson will join us from the Bell Tire broadcast booth right around 6 p.m. for a 6:10 first pitch. So this is game 9 of 10 straight games against the AL East for the White Sox, which is pretty widely regarded as the best division in baseball. The White Sox have held up their end, though. They split a 4-game series against the dangerous Yankees here in Chicago. They traveled to Tampa. They took 2 of 3 from the AL leading Rays. But the Red Sox have really been this team's kryptonite. I mean, they caught them right at the start of their hot stretch, and now again in the midst of this streaking stretch for the Red Sox. Boston has taken all 4 games versus Chicago this season in the matchups between the two teams. And in last night's series opener, Boston took the game by a score of 14-2. The loss last night dropped the White Sox to 59.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play, only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
You can see a lot of different characters at the ballpark, and this week brought out some of the best.
I just hope that whatever was going on with that hot dog, that dog now own that hot dog.
I have not seen a cup on the bottom of a spike.
This is more of a hand grenade than it was a throw toward second.
Osuna hits one into the cone.
So look up and look out.
That bat exploded, and the Mariners have him loaded up.
Florida man's a real thing, Wayne.
Tarps off. Freebird time at Busch.
Fantastic entertainment.
Hats off and shirts off for the top defensive plays of the week.
Towards the side rail, he crashes into the wall, and he made the catch!
Another stop by Peraza, throw from his back, and he got it!
Now, look, if you dare, I shall not drop the ball.
Church is gonna make a diving catch!
Holy smokes, what a catch by Julio Rodriguez.
Into the dugout, flips into the dugout. Did he hold on? He did.
How about that?
First outing as a Dodger is in the books for Tarek Skubal. He strikes out 6, he walks 2, gives up a couple runs, the home run in the 3rd, and then the tough luck infield hit in the 6th.
And Luis Arraez make a debut. He's 2 for 2 with 2 runs batted in, and it's 2-0 Phillies.
Welcome to the Rays, Liam Hicks, a grand slam, and it's 5-1 Rays.
Get 2 for Willier! A big fly! Exclamation point! It is 14-2 Red Sox.
Torres back! George Lombard Jr. has entered the yard and left it! His first big league hit, his first big league homer.
This is the story that I think everybody should pay attention to. Today's pitching matchup presented by Costa Ivoni. When accidents happen, don't make a mistake. Don't wait. Call Costa Ivoni Lawyers now for a free consultation to learn about your rights. They are local lawyers that will get you the results you need. Call 708-4million or visit cilaw.com. So Sonny Gray's on the mound for Boston tonight. He goes up against Sean Burke for the White Sox. Sonny Gray, 13-2 this season with a 2.93 ERA. It's mostly going to be sinker, cutter, sweeper, and then a four-seamer about 17% of the time for Gray. He'll also throw a curveball as well. earned his 13th win of the season last Thursday when he pitched versus Oakland, went 7 innings deep in that game. 97 pitches was the most of his career, allowed just 4 runs in that one. Sean Burke has been a revelation for the White Sox recently. On the season, he's 7-5 with a 3.04 ERA. Just 26 years old. Recently, he's been one of the best pitchers in baseball. He has the second lowest ERA in the month of July, or had the second lowest ERA in the month of July, second only to Dylan Cease out of all Major League Baseball qualified pitchers. So he's been red hot. He struck out 10 batters in 2 consecutive outings. In his last game, received a no decision versus the Yankees. Probably deserved to win in that one because he allowed 3 hits, 2 walks, and struck out 10 batters over 6 scoreless innings pitched. In his last 5 outings, a whole lot of strikeouts, barely any walks. So that's been the key for Sean Burke. 45 strikeouts to 5 walks over the last outings. That's a 9-to-1 ratio, and that has been the key for Sean Burke. He'll mix in that fastball. He'll mix in the breaking balls. He will throw the fastball most of the time, though. It sits around 95 miles per hour. He throws that around 37% of the time. Coming up, I'll give you the player to bank on, as well as a very interesting this day in Major League Baseball history. I'll tell you, you wouldn't be listening to me right now if we didn't have this day in Major League Baseball history. So I'll get to that in just a few minutes. First pitch between the Red Sox and the White Sox coming up at 6:10 p.m. This is the Advantage Dealer Group pregame show on the ESPN 1000 Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Do you need home financing? Check out Marquette Bank. Looking for a home lender you can trust? You need Marquette Bank. Level up your home financing journey with Marquette Bank. You get experienced mortgage specialists and an easy digital home loan process. Great rates, great service. Marquette Bank makes it easy. Marquette Bank is here for all your mortgage and home equity needs. Visit emarquettebank.com/home loan to get started. Marquette Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 462926.
Hey guys, it's Courtney Cronin. I want to talk to you about something that doesn't get enough attention. Elder abuse and neglect. Like, this one really hits home for me. My father lives in a senior assisted living facility, and if someone you love is in a care facility or relying on others and something doesn't feel right, trust your instinct. I've gotten to know Costa Iavone Law, and they take cases like this seriously. Julio Costa and Anthony Iavone are based right here in Chicago, and they help families across Illinois with care and urgency. They're going to explain your options to you and help you take action. You will not have to go through this alone. Call 708-4MILLION or visit cilaw.com. Costa Iavone Law. They get you.
Imagine being 3 months pregnant and finding out you have cancer. I'm Robin, and that was my reality. But I trusted my team at Northwestern Medicine, my oncologist, orthopedic surgeon, and high-risk obstetrician, who collaborated to come up with the safest chemotherapy plan. So I didn't have to choose between my life and my baby's.
Anchored by Northwestern Memorial Hospital, nationally ranked for obstetrics and gynecology, cancer, and orthopedics by U.S. News and World Report, Robin's team worked together closely, focusing not only on making Robin better, but on bringing her baby into the world safely. After months of treatments, they performed a C-section, then cancer removal on the same day.
Now there are 2 things we celebrate on Sophia's birthday: her life and mine.
Because what makes us better makes you better. Northwestern Medicine. Learn more at nm.org/better.
White Sox versus Red Sox as Chicago travels to Fenway Park to take on Boston, who's just been absolutely ridiculous recently. This is the Advantage Dealer Group pregame show on the ESPN 1000 Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network. Jack McGrath in for Jeff Meller. Boston's on a 6-game winning streak right now. Also, just to mention, 3 of those wins came against the Los Angeles Dodgers, who many view as the most talented team in Major League Baseball. So they've been hot. Sean Burke's been good on the road, though. This year his road splits are actually better than his home splits. He's 5-1 with a 2.5 ERA on the road so far this season. Sean Burke versus Sonny Gray. First pitch coming up at 6:10 p.m. Len and DJ will join us from the booth at 6 p.m. We have a pretty interesting this day in baseball history. And I mean, it's specifically interesting for me as well because I wouldn't be able to be talking to you right now if this never happened. On this day, August 5th, 1921, the first ever baseball game to be broadcast on radio was broadcast on radio. Pittsburgh station KDKA, which is also thought to be the first ever commercial radio station, described play-by-play of the Pittsburgh Pirates versus Philadelphia Phillies baseball game. Howard Arlen tried to describe the play-by-play. He really didn't have anything he was working on, but Baseball Hall of Fame describes it as setting a boundary, challenging example of baseball broadcasting that has continued into the modern era. So we have baseball broadcast because on this day in 1921, a radio station decided to pick up and try broadcasting a baseball game. Before we give you our Marquette Bank player to bank on, let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. Our Marquette Bank player to bank on today, we're going to go with Andrew Benintendi. And that's because against Sonny Gray in his career, he's had 39 at-bats. He's hitting over 300 against Gray, and he also has a home run. A lot of these White Sox hitters, they don't have a whole lot of experience, especially against a veteran like Sonny Gray. Well, Andrew Benintendi, he does have experience against Sonny Gray, who's been one of the best pitchers in baseball so far this year. Marquette Bank player to bank on. Who are you banking on? Is brought to you by Chicagoland's neighborhood bank, Marquette Bank, here for all your home financing needs. Love where you bank. Listen to this stat real quick. Per Elias, the White Sox are attempting to become the first team in MLB history to reach the postseason after losing 100-plus games in each of the 2 previous seasons. They're hitting the stretch here. But no team has bounced back like they have. Red Sox have bounced back this year, too. They were 10 games under 500 at one point, and now they're 10 games over 500. So a couple of bounce-back teams going at it, and that's going to close out this edition of the Advantage Dealer Group pregame show. I'm Jack McGrath, and in just 2 minutes, Len Casper and Darren Jackson will join us live from the...
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the ultimate mystery player challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
What else is going to happen today? Henderson's bat goes flying into the stands on a strikeout.
That's not good right there.
See Andy looking at it like, hey, not supposed to be doing that.
Yeah, stick to basketball there, right?
Oh, no catch. Love to get that one back. Alonso lost the bat as he flung at that high fastball.
That's going to keep him up tonight. Can't make that catch.
You got to keep that clean, right? You got to catch that.
First outing as a Dodger is in the books for Tarek Skubal. He strikes out 6, he walks 2, gives up a couple runs, the home run in the 3rd, and then the tough luck infield hit in the 6th.
And Luis Arraez make a debut. He's 2 for 2 with 2 runs batted in, and it's 2-0 Phillies.
Welcome to the Rays, Liam Hicks, a grand slam, and it's 5-1 Rays.
Get 2 for Willier! A big fly! Exclamation point! It is 14-2 Red Sox.
Torres back! George Lombard Jr. has entered the yard and left it.
About are the ones on game day. Gerber outperforming at every touch point in collision glass.
White Sox baseball.
It's a fly ball out in the deep left center field. It's back there. It is gone! Edgar Carroll wins it! Shut up!
20.
Miguel Vargas. Kyle Thielen.
20.
Olsen Montgomery.
Chase Mindroth.
6.
Light it up. Line shot deep left. Two-run homer.
That work never stops. Just can't be stopped.
3-run homer.
Continue to progress.
It's a grand slam.
Yeah.
Push that momentum a little bit more forward.
He's done it again.
Process getting stronger.
Sox lead.
And get better and better.
You asked for it, you got it.
And better and better and better.
It's hard not to be excited, man.
This is Chicago White Sox baseball on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Audio Network. Brought to you by Yingling, the oldest brewery in America. By the Advantage Dealer Group. Buy your next car with the Advantage Dealer Group. It's in the name. By Marquette Bank. Love where you bank. Pete's Market. No one does fresh like Pete's. By Bell Tire.
Bell Tire.
And Hard Rock Casino, Northern Indiana. Live life at max value. Now, along with Darren Jackson, here's the voice of the White Sox, Len Casper.
Hi again, everyone, and welcome to White Sox baseball on the radio from Fenway Park in Boston, Massachusetts. It's the Chicago White Sox and Boston Red Sox, Game 2 of a 3-game series. The White Sox are 2-2 on this road trip that started at Tampa Bay. The Red Sox beat the White Sox 14-2 last night. Boston, the hottest team in the league. They've won 6 in a row. So the White Sox 59-53, still first place by 3 games in the American League Central. The Red Sox start the day in 3rd in the East, 5.5.
This ball is launched to right. Dom Smith. A deep blast. And Atlanta with a couple of solo homers and a 2-0 lead.
How about the location? That's elevated. It's 97. A little bit of cut to it, a little bit of vert. Exactly where he wanted it. But Dom Smith doing his homework and ready for it and crushes that one to right.
A no-doubter for his second of the season.
So now Caglione, who flied out to shallow left his first time.
Wow. The whole crowd says wow. Way out of here. Monster home run by Jack Caglione.
Caglione hit the flag with the baseball.
He got all of it. That looked like the home run derby. Boy, that was an incredible swing and flight. 438-foot homer, 113.7 off the bat.
Holy cow, that ball was smashed.
As outfielder Austin Hayes was brought off the 60-day injured list, and he has been designated for assignment. When we return to Fenway Park, DJ will get us the lineups. Then it's time for baseball. The White Sox and the Red Sox coming up next on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Reason number 2026.
The year to visit the city of Countryside, Chicago's Western Gateway.
Hey man, what'd you get your girlfriend for her birthday?
Diamond earrings from MarryMeJewelry.com.
Hey girl, where'd you get that diamond ring?
I inherited my grandmother's jewelry, and Gino at Marry Me created a custom design.
Marry Me Jewelry is located in Countryside Plaza. Visit MarryMeJewelry.com or call 630-MARRY-ME to find out why Marry Me diamonds get the most compliments.
Looking for a new home base? Visit the city of Countryside, Chicago's Western Gateway.
Guys, summer heat is here and your AC is working harder than ever. Do not wait for a breakdown. Call my friends at Four Seasons now for a complete AC tune-up for just $89.95. I just had mine. They'll back it up with a 1-year no breakdown guarantee. If your AC breaks down, they'll return free of charge, all for just $89.95. For all your cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs, you know who to call.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
People's Bank wants to help you make winning money moves. Like, ever heard of the 50-30-20 rule? It's a guideline for allocating your monthly net income, with 50% going to needs like groceries, 30% to wants like tickets to the game, and 20% to savings. Follow the 50-30-20 rule to rule the day and your budget. Open a checking account online at ibankpeoples.com today. Brought to you by People's Bank, here for Chicago fans and savers everywhere. Equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys.
Will it stay in the park against the wall? It is off the glove, and it's gone. It's gone.
You'll see it. You'll see it.
They're nowhere near where the ball is.
Here comes Dylan.
Whoa, he stumbles and he falls on a weird play.
On the ground left side, Cora. Hopper stumbles. One of those embarrassing moments that all players have.
By drive, caught by a leaping Stotts.
Valdez. Oh, look at him. It's magical.
Here comes Young in with a slide. He takes up some turf, but he makes the play.
Been a hot smash to Castro. Good backhand play.
Good start. Grounded right side. Nunez throws to second. Abrams holds the bag. And the Nats get the lead runner.
Oh, Ramirez at third. What a play.
On the run, and it's his night. It is going to be Walker over the shoulder. Strauss going to try to score. The throw's a good one. Wow. A play by Christian Walker.
What a catch by Palacios.
At the wall, and he's got it.
Waldy reaches out and got it.
Diving stab, Nicky Lopez. To it. Mesa jumps up, and he's got it. We're moving back at the track, and at the wall, makes a leaping catch. A nice play by Kepler.
Leading off against the lefty Brandon Williamson is O'Neal Cruz here.
Oh my.
Fly ball, right center field, and O'Neal Cruz with his first Cruz missile of the year. Off the lefty, Brandon Williamson. Cruz crushes it. Pirates get the run back. They lead 6-1.
That's a beautiful thing. You ride it out for times just like that. It's just a special talent. It comes together like that, and you're very thankful because he can change the scoreboard.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
It's an all-in-one wellness app with tools to build financial strength and guidance for fitness and stress management. Feel better, live better, play better. Download the Rate app today. And fans, get access to the best seats at the best value and lock in your 27 ticket plan today. Be there for the biggest matchups, opening day on April 1st, and exciting new promotions. Plus, enjoy flexible payment plans, savings on single games, and more. To secure your ticket plan, visit whitesox.com/2027. Big day coming up. Saturday, August 8th at 6:15, celebrate the retirement of Ozzie Guillen's iconic number 13 jersey with 15,000 fans receiving an Ozzie Guillen replica jersey presented by Verve, a credit union. Fans can also bid on exclusive Ozzie auction items or donate $13 or more to support relief in Venezuela. To purchase tickets, visit whitesox.com/Ozzie. Hey, be there this Friday, August 7th, as the White Sox take on the Guardians at 6:40. Then stick around after the game for the post-game concert. It's featuring Ja Rule, presented by Coca-Cola. Exclusive on-field passes are on sale now with limited availability. Get your tickets at whitesox.com/concert. Let's play ball. Let's have a recovery from last night's shellacking and get after Sonny Gray here, right now. Here is my partner with our play-by-play. Here's Len Casper.
All right, thank you, DJ. Great to have you with us on another gorgeous night here in Boston. And our look at the White Sox uniforms is driven by Arlington Toyota. Check out their impressive lineup of Toyota vehicles today. Arlington Toyota, new owners, same people, better deals. Visit ToyotaArlington.com. White Sox in their road gray uniforms. Red Sox in their home white outfits. Our broadcast booth is brought to you by Bell Tire. If you can't find free air, free flat repair, and the lowest prices, find a Bell Tire. So while the White Sox lost 14-2 last night, their two closest pursuers also lost, Cleveland and Minnesota. So Cleveland still 3 back, Minnesota 4 out. Detroit, kind of a sneaky team right now after they sold at the deadline. They're just 4.5 out. And Boston's made up ground, but maybe not as much as you would expect with this great stretch of baseball they have played. They started the day 5.5 behind Tampa Bay. The Rays won earlier this afternoon at Colorado, so they're 6 games out of first place, even though they have won 29 of their last 34 games.
You want to talk about amazing? It's hard to believe that a team can go on that kind of run like the Red Sox have and not feel like they're in charge of the division, and they've not been. And they're in third place in this division because they have 2 very good teams ahead of them. It's a tough division, but they're in a position, it doesn't really matter, to feel pretty comfortable about a wild card. But I think by the end of it all, it's going to be a tight race at the top of the AL East.
Sam Antonacci in the lineup. He'll lead it off against veteran righty Sonny Gray, who leads the American League with 13 wins, trying to tie his career best of 14, which he's done 3 previous times, including last year with the St. Louis Cardinals. So he's ready to work. First base side of the rubber. Into his motion, and the first pitch to Antonacci is bounced to the first baseman Contreras, and he'll take it unassisted. He was going to flip it to the pitcher, but he saw Sam running hard and said, I'll just do it myself. And Contreras had a couple words for Antonacci.
Yeah, Sam ran by, and he bumped into Contreras as he went by, and Contreras turned around immediately and looked at him as if to say, hey, what are we doing here? Antonacci, I don't think, had any real kind words to say as he ran by, other than, it's all good.
Looked like Wilson also looked at the White Sox dugout and brushed his sleeve as if to say, he bumped me, and then I think everything's going to be all right. Murakami takes outside on a curveball. Notice what Sonny Gray did. I'm not asking the listeners, but my partner. When he went out to take the mound, he took his right foot and drew a line toward home plate on each side of the rubber. Swinging a high fly ball out into left field. Duran, just onto the warning track, will make the catch.
Yeah, I noticed that. I mean, he did a great job drawing 2 lines. One on the mound and the direct line from the third base side, and then from the first base side. If he did that, I actually thought it's such a great line that the grounds crew did it for him, but you saw him do it. Yeah, I'm like, he's lining his delivery up for whatever reason.
Yeah. 2 quick outs. Here's Vargas. And up and in that time on a fastball. So I wonder if there will be anything after that little love tap at first base.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. That might have been it right there. Sonny Gray's way of saying, yeah, don't be bumping into my first, because they showed a replay, and Antonacci, they're going to know he went after Contreras by design.
Cutter is in the dirt. 84 degrees. And partly cloudy as we get started here at Fenway.
It might be a thing, Land, to just try and perturb Contreras and get him out of his game early. Just like do something. Just a little elbow sticking out, a little chicken wing to bump his elbow.
Foul tipped. And the count now 2-1 on Vargas. 24 home runs. He's driven in 67. The Red Sox have dominated the season series. They've won all 4 games by a combined score of 29-4. The 2-1 is outside on a sweeper. 3 balls and a strike.
if Sam's trying to get a little extra energy for his team or whatever it is that he was trying to accomplish. I'm watching Contreras, and he's been flexing his left forearm area where he got the elbow.
3-1 is rolled foul off the end of the bat toward the Boston dugout.
And I've always been a fan of guys trying to, play hard, but I've never been a fan of guys doing dirty little things to try and go after other players. And Antonacci, you can see, and I'm not going to say it's dirty, but you can see it was calculated where he veered a little bit toward Contreras, who gave him room to run over and past the bag without making contact. And the intent was there to make contact.
3-2 is in on his hands, ball 4, so that's a 2-out walk. Boy, it sure would be nice to get some action here and grab a lead against this red-hot Red Sox team. Here's Colson Montgomery.
Yeah, one of the things that makes Sonny Gray so good, and you're fully aware of this, but to our listeners, is he's as good as anybody tunneling his pitches. I mean, he throws the ball, and it's like coming out of a tunnel, and which way is it going to break? Down and in, down and away, straight in, straight away, straight down. His ball goes all kinds of directions, but out of the same release.
So it looks like Contreras and Vargas having a friendly chat over at first base. Miguel edging off the bag, leaning but not running on the first pitch to Montgomery, and it's taken high for ball 1. If the Sox win tonight's game, Walner Law will make a donation to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. Walner Law handles the toughest car accident cases in Chicago. The pitch. Curve strike on the outside corner. Might have been wide. No challenge. Call 312-8000000. Walner Law. Win with Walner. The set. The big kick and the pitch and a swing and a miss on a sweeper. 1-2.
Well, you mentioned the previous pitch probably could have been challenged and not remained a strike, and then he went after a sweeper below the knees right after that. So the last 2 pitches have been strikes, but probably neither actually was. Had he been a little more aggressive with asking for a little check and also taking the next one, he'd probably have a 3-0 count right now.
Gray ready. The 1-2. Struck him out swinging. Went back to the sweeper. It was down and out of the zone, but Colson chased it. First strikeout for Sonny Gray.
You know what happened in 2014.
A World Series win for the San Francisco Giants.
Look at how clean that is. The gold, I don't know if you guys know what the gold means, but the gold means you are the World Series champions from the year before. But it's the honor of a lifetime, getting to win back-to-back World Series championships with 2 different teams.
Look at this shot.
Little Darren Baker was standing very close behind home plate.
Darren Baker, who's only 3 years old.
And JT Snow picked him up and carried him out of there.
Thank goodness that JT Snow was aware.
That was amazing.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Experience. No matter who you are or what you aspire to be, there's a place for you. Triton College. Affordable, close to home. Triton College. Visit triton.edu/fall.
Montgomery hits a fly ball pretty well. Game over. Vargas and Montgomery. This team is something else. Sean Burke facing the Red Sox for the second time in his career, both coming here at Fenway Park, and his first pitch is a high fastball. He's in the best stretch of his career, coming off a fantastic month of July. Nick Sogard, switch hitting second baseman, in there, and the pitch hit on the ground foul, first base side. How good has Sean been? Well, his last 8 appearances, a 1.42 in July. 5 starts, all quality outings, a 1.14. And if it weren't for Dylan Cease, he probably would have been the pitcher of the month in the American League. The pitch. It's high on a curveball.
Well, he's got to get settled in here quickly. His first inning, not necessarily a terrible inning for him, but his velocity is down, so he needs his other stuff to be dynamic. His breaking balls have got to be good for him.
Grounded foul. Two and two on Sogard. Red Sox put up 6 in the first last night off Davis Martin. Called strike 3. What a sinker near the inside corner. So that's now 46 strikeouts and 4 walks over his last 5+ outings.
Yeah, you said it. What a sinker, especially since the pitches were high, and he's erratic in the at-bat. So as a hitter, you're like, he's all over the place. You don't know what to be ready to swing at or what to take, and thank goodness he was taking that pitch.
Cedar Rafaela hits a fly ball out into deep left. Antonacci back right at the monster, and he makes the catch.
I believe that was a slider, and he caught it right off the end of the bat. I mean, and the way Rafael is swinging it right now, the crowd was into it like, oh, he got that. And no, even with the short porch to left field, he didn't get it.
Wilyer Abreu. Abreu with 2 home runs in the game last night. Left-hand batter takes a strike on a sinker. I mean, that's Sean Burke. Get strike 1, and now you've got options.
Well, it was right down the middle at 96 miles an hour. So you got to love he's working ahead in the last couple of batters.
The pitch is a strike called on a slider right at the top of the zone at 89. The 0-2. It's high. No score. We're in the first inning. We've got another night game tomorrow. The 1-2, and it's in the dirt. That was on a curveball. Want to miss in your favor against this red-hot Red Sox lineup. Swing and a line drive and a base hit center field. Peters playing very deep, had to play it on a bounce.
Well, you said miss in your favor. Right there was a challenge pitch from Burke. Hit it if you can. He did, because they are hot. And right now it's like they're swinging the bat, and Park, they're hitting the ball with his flat.
So here is Wilson Contreras. I don't want to connect the dots here, but I'd heard a story about Sam in the minor leagues last year, the year before. And he had an issue with a first baseman who wasn't giving him room running through the bag. Curveball is high. You know, Sam came off the bench last night, and I know he grounded out twice. And so I don't know if he felt that maybe Contreras was on the bag last night and didn't give him room or what. But it is kind of interesting. As you mentioned, he did Seemed to stick his elbow out, swing and a miss, 1-1.
But
I can't believe he would just do it randomly, is what I'm saying.
Like there might, as you say, connect the dots. There might be something that led to that. We don't know that part. But anybody that looks at the replay is going to say, he went out of his way.
The pitch is outside, gets away from Romo right off his glove, and that will allow Abreu to make second.
Well, that's not something you need to happen tonight. Giving a great hot team 90 feet, and that's what that is right here. It's 90 feet. And it was a fastball that seemed to cut, and Romo couldn't get the glove out to it. I thought it was initially a pass ball, but watching the pitch on a replay, it was hard for him to get the glove out to it because it was far away from home plate.
Runner at second, the 2-1 swung on and missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
But yeah, you know, I like good hard baseball. Run through the bag. If a guy happens to be in your way and you clip him, there's nothing you can do about that. You look at him and say, hey, sorry about that, man. Give me a little room. That's it. Move on. And if you accidentally lose your balance and run into somebody, apologize. You say, hey, sorry about that. I lost my balance. But we don't know what happened after Sam ran by and what they talked about.
The pitch fouled. Well, I like to live by Occam's razor, which basically means the most logical reason for something is usually the right answer. And again, Sam plays very hard, but we have not seen him do anything outwardly dirty without provocation.
Absolutely.
Right. 2-2 pitch, fouled. Now, easy for us to say, and I'm sure he'll be asked about it after the game.
Well, the big thing is watching the rest of this one and see how the suspense goes from here on out, because he's going to probably put more balls in play and end up down at first base area.
Runner at second, 2 outs. The 2-2 coming. And a swing and a base hit out in the left center, and the Red Sox are going to grab the lead. 2-out single, Wilson Contreras, and that wild pitch comes back to haunt Burke. It's 1-0 as Abreu scores.
See, you knew because he was fouling off all those good fastballs that eventually they were going to come with some kind of breaking ball. And you can tell that Contreras had completely altered his 2-strike stance to where he can just fight off fastballs and hang in there on anything off speed. So he did that. He hung in there and jammed himself and fought off a curveball into center field.
Ground ball right to the first baseman off the bat of Yoshida. And Murakami will step on first, and the inning is over, but the Red Sox.
What is something that you snack on that you don't worry about?
I love Uncrustables. I could eat like 10 of them in one sitting.
And no regard for his body? I don't even wait till I thaw out.
Hey, put them in a toaster next time. Just toast it, yep. It'll change your life.
Yeah, just an incredible play by Riley Green.
You are an all-star on the field and off, bro.
I appreciate it.
Hey,
thank you.
Riley Green, bro, food genius.
Jim Thorpe's resume reads like a work of pure fiction.
So he's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He's in the College Football Hall of Fame. He got Olympic medals for the decathlon and the pentathlon.
He's the greatest at
I thought I was an athlete, Lindsay.
Thorpe finished his Major League Baseball career with the Boston Braves in 1919, where he played alongside an outfielder named Les Mann.
He invented this particular projector.
And this is not all he's done, right?
He started championing to get baseball into the Olympics. He finally succeeded for the 1936 Olympics, which was held in Berlin.
The German government had discouraged other nations from sending Jewish and black athletes.
We sent over Jesse Owens, and we sent over Mac Robinson, Jackie Robinson's older brother.
Trailblazers like Thorpe and Robinson certainly lit the way for countless others to follow. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
In Chicago.
Red Sox, Andrew Benintendi will lead off the second. He's the DH. He's got numbers against Gray and his former team. Career .379 against Gray, 11 for 29. The pitch is a strike. Well-located fastball near the outside corner. Career .339 in 18 games against Boston. Durbin will back up a little at third base. And the 0-1 pitch. Sweeper strike. I mean, two pitchers' pitches to open this sequence. And both for strikes. The heart of the lineup brought to you by Northwestern Medicine, home to Illinois' top-ranked heart and vascular program for 18 straight years by U.S. News and World Report. Big swing and a soft grounder foul up the first base line.
Well, it comes down to a simple bit of information needed. The approach you have to have against Sonny Gray should have been talked about. You got to have a plan, look for pitches, look in zones, execute it early before he settles in. He's already getting settled in.
Swing and a miss, strike three on a sweeper. That's the pitch he struck out Montgomery with. And he gets Benintendi to open the second.
Well, he uses his sinker, cutter, and sweeper, and his four-seam fastball in a nice balance, all around 20% of the time. So if you're looking for anything particular, there's four options that look like they're the same pitch out of the hand. So you've got to look in a zone. You've got to look in between speeds to cover all of those different pitches.
Braden Montgomery, the batter, hitting left-handed, and he hits a fly ball into left field, fairly deep, but an easy play made by Duran as he has it, 2 down.
Located in right field and featuring a variety of seating options is the Miller Lite Landing. The rows include field-level views, group party areas, individual seating. And for more information, call 312-674-1000.
Tristan Peters is center fielder with 2 outs. 1-zip Boston in the second. Durbin's in on the grass at third. Peters takes a strike on a knee-high curveball. Trying to build that batting average back up. He's at .265. He just took a peek at where Durbin's playing. And he's on the dirt, but still in. And Peters hits a fly ball out into shallow right, and Abreu will make the catch. Sonny Gray breezes through the second after an inning.
Sometimes artifacts in the collection of the Hall of Fame can tell multiple stories. This is the earliest known Yankees baseball cap in existence. It tells a story of a very early baseball cap and of a guy who just had a cup of coffee in the big leagues. But there's actually a hidden story inside this cap. There's another name written in the cap. So who's Dolan?
Hurt racing after it, dives and makes the grab. He makes a jelly catch. Taylor Trammell just made one of the catches of the year. Nice sliding stop. Vargas to his feet. Look at the move.
Flashing some leather right here.
Bends over and makes another beautiful catch. Carson Bench making like Spider-Man.
Marsh on the run. Marsh slides. He made the catch. What a play by Brandon Marsh.
Times his leap, goes up. Michael with another highlight play.
Hey, Jackson Churio saved the day.
How did he get to that baseball?
Wow. Halpin is back. Near the wall. He leaps. He makes the catch.
And Halpin takes at least extra bases away.
Wow. Miguel Amaya twisting and turning.
Great play back at third. Diving Tommy White gets him. Throws to first for the out. Sensational effort by the rookie.
Sogard dives deep backhand. That is spectacular defense.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Caleb Durbin hit the big grand slam in the first inning last night. Leads off the bottom of the second, 1-0 Red Sox. Sean Burke from Sutton, Massachusetts, not too far from here, about 45 miles west of Boston. And a sinker just missed the high and outside corner for ball one. Mets have an early 2-0 lead in the fourth at Cleveland. Next offers a slider. It's on the corner. It's a strike. Angel Hanoa making his major league debut for the Guardians. Swinging a line drive, and Braden Montgomery will make the catch in right. One of their top prospects. And he's a third tonight with Jose Ramirez getting another day off. He's got that wrist issue still bugging him. Here's Duran.
Well, I know this about this game, and it is Sean Burke's been really good, and these guys are getting some good swings off on him early.
The pitch, foul tipped. Angel Henao, 22-year-old switch hitting infielder, so we'll likely see him this weekend in Chicago.
Okay, well,
might be the next Francisco Lindor. Who knows?
Well, let's just hope that he doesn't show us that except for over TV.
Right. Swinging a hard ground ball, picked up by Mydroth. He'll lob it over to Murakami and gets a hustling Duran by half a step.
Yeah, Duran does that, right? Plays the game the way you're supposed to. He runs hard, and he acts like he's going to beat every ground ball out. And we talk about that with the White Sox. They've got a bunch of players that do the same thing. They run as if every ground ball is a hit.
Now Monasterio, the shortstop, with 2 outs. Burke's first pitch, slider strike. He had the batter kind of vacating, but it came back over the plate. Kind of have the left side of the infield stacked, with Vargas just off the bag and in, and Colson really playing hard pull here. The pitch. Low and outside on a slider. One and one the count on Andrew Monasterio. The pitch. It's too high on a fastball. Luis Castillo will pitch tomorrow night. It'll be his White Sox debut. We saw Doyle and Bart in game 1. Might see Brazoban out of the bullpen later tonight. As the new guys get their feet wet, called strike on a cutter, 2-2.
Well, it's good you point that out, because it is a big thing when you join a new club to get on the field, to get in the game as soon as possible, to feel like you're part of the new organization.
2-2, and this one ripped into left field. I mentioned how they were aligned, but he hit a line drive right through that area anyway, and is aboard with 2 outs.
By the way, there's been 3 batters in this inning. They've all hit the ball right on the button. That's what I mean. Sean Burke's pitching extremely well. His stuff is good, but they are barreling everything up. They, as a club, are locked in, and you've got to hope that they're hitting the ball at your teammates.
Now the catcher, Connor Wong. He went 0 for 4 last night, but they really didn't need his bat. He scored 14 runs anyway. Burke will throw over to first late. Now Sean comes set. Long hold. Runner takes off. The pitch is down, and the throw is late. Monasterio just stole the bag off the pitcher. Romo really didn't have much of a chance. That's his 3rd steal.
Well, we know this about Boston in the first couple of games we've seen them here, is they're going to do anything and everything to try and push you defensively. Monasterio's not the fastest, but he had a great jump. Burke had a full high leg kick and delivery.
The 1-0. It's high. Well, you just hope that that steal isn't like that first inning wild pitch.
Well, that's it. I mean, wild pitch allowed a runner into scoring position. A flare hit in the outfield scored him, and now a stolen base, and they're looking to make some contact and bring in their second run.
Wong takes a strike on a slider.
Thing is you mentioned Wong 0 for 4 last night, but he is hitting above the team average at 248, so he's no slouch with the bat.
Trying to end an 0 for 12, and Burke just balked.
That's enough to scare a pitcher to death. The umpire jumped out, and the umpire behind second base and screamed, "Balk!" I mean, make you startled and scare you when you're trying to just come set. Yeah, he had a little lean start.
That's part of the balk rule I don't love. He hasn't even set yet, but because he just flinched before he came set, it's kind of like if you see something out of the ordinary, it's an automatic balk. And the umpire's got it right.
Yes.
But that's not really trying to deceive the runner, per se. At any rate, runner at third, the 2-1. Line right to the shortstop. Colson makes the catch.
Woo, that is 4 balls hit hard in this inning, and thank goodness 3 of them at people.
Not the hardest, I think, of all of them. 106 miles.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Way back there, way back, Tatis at the wall, and he leaps and makes a spectacular catch. He brought that one right back into the ballpark.
That is 5 straight strikeouts now for Burke.
Sean Burke, 6 scoreless, 3 hits, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts.
Swung on and driven, high and deep, and is gone! Back-to-back, Abreu and Contreras.
7 strikeouts for Noah Cameron. He took a no-hitter into the 7th, and an 8th scoreless allows just 1 hit. An incredible performance today from the Royals lefty.
Back it goes, deep it goes, and gone! Cody Clemens wins it down to their final strike. Twins win! Twins win! The Twins win it!
If you stick around to the end with this club, you never know what you might find.
Connects, boy, they go far.
This is the Chicago White Sox Baseball Network on ESPN Chicago.
Top of the third, 1-0 Boston. And Sonny Gray goes to work against Chase Meidroth. Sox without a hit, 1 reach. That was a walk in the first inning by Vargas. First pitch is a cutter just off the outside. Meidroth batting .273, 9 home runs and 40 driven in. He stands about as far away from the plate as anybody in the league. Takes a strike. Altuve probably stands the farthest away.
Yes.
Although they've got StatCast stuff on this now.
Well, he stands far away, but then he dives into the plate. His front foot ends up close to the chalk on the inside corner.
1-1, big swing and a miss.
Well, Gray worked him away, and then he had looked like Chase leaning across because of the previous pitch, and then tied him up with a fastball in.
Paul Goldschmidt, according to Baseball Savant, stands the farthest off the plate. Altuve third. Swing and a miss, and that is strike 3. And it'll bring up Drew Romo, the switch-hitting catcher. Yeah, Chase actually is closer to the plate than it looks because his back foot's kind of close.
Yeah, he's got his front foot open, so he is far on the front side, but the back foot closer.
Romo takes a curve on the outside corner. It's a strike.
And again, a lot of people look at that and say, guys, way off the plate, which means you can pitch him away because he can't reach it. That's what they want. They want their arms extended. They want the ball away from them. They don't want to get jammed. That's why they're not on the plate.
Curve is low. Well, in full disclosure, Chase 77th on the list. I'm surprised. It's like an optical illusion.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially from the angle of looking straight down from where we are right now.
Ozzie Albies stands the closest. Popped up foul territory and just into the third row near the White Sox on deck circle.
Yeah, we talked about that. I mean, he has his foot on the chalk and he kicks his leg. Albies kicks his foot over the plate. Stephen Kwan's got to be close to the plate.
So the range is 16 inches to 35.
Okay.
All right, so Chase is at 28. So
there you
he's a little
Yep.
closer to farther away, but kind of in the middle. Swinging a fly ball, right center. Rafaela calling off Abreu, and he has it for the second out.
Hey, take advantage of savings all summer long with our summer savings section. Score select lower level tickets starting at $20 on weekdays, $25 on the weekends. Visit whitesox.com/section.
Now Sam Antonacci, who's 0 for 1 and now trying to end in 0 for 14. One nothing Boston, third inning, 2 outs, nobody on. And a curve is taken for a strike.
Right down the middle and thigh high. As you can tell, Sam was taken all the way. He too stands close to the plate.
Yep. Sweeper strike.
With Sonny Gray. All right. He's thrown 30 pitches, 22 for strikes, and all of them different. So trying to figure out what pitch is going to be thrown at you, good luck. They're hittable pitches if you're locked in, but if you're not looking on at particular pitches from him, good luck to you.
The 0-2, and he hit him with a fastball.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that feels purposeful.
Well, mentioned he stands right on top of the plate. You get 2 quick strikes, and then you try and work one in, and
now
that's that.
He and his buddy can have a little chat at first base.
See if that actually happens. I don't think Sam's the kind of guy that likes to have conversations with opposing first basemen.
Well, if it's 3D chess, he just bought his way on base.
Yes.
And it's the 20th time he's been hit, most in the American League. Here's Murakami with 2 outs. And he takes a high strike, and he'll challenge it.
This is called a strike. The batter is challenging.
And this should be overturned. It looked high, and it is high.
Call is overturned.
Antonacci does not stand the closest to the plate among White Sox. Second closest. Any guesses? He's in the lineup tonight.
Closest to the plate.
Yes, among all the White Sox hitters, according to Baseball Savant.
Vargas.
Nope. Low and in on a curveball, too. Andrew Benintendi.
Interesting.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
No.
So we'll have to check that out next time he comes up.
Yeah, we'll take a look at that with the naked eye and make our assessment, because I've never thought that he stands on top of the plate.
Favorable count. Vermune The pitch. Called strike.
It appears there are moments, right, where Mune is just guessing wrong. Because he just, as you mentioned, had a favorable count, 2-0, and he takes a fastball over the plate up enough to where he could crush it. But he wasn't ready to swing.
There's a curve in the dirt. Good stab by Wong. 3-1.
Oh, wow.
And Wong's return throw was not caught by Sonny Gray. He might have been surprised or lost it in the lights. I don't know what happened.
I don't think he was looking. I think the umpire threw one to him, and he wasn't ready. And it just missed hitting Sonny Gray. It just went past him and rolled to his middle infielder. But, there's those moments, right, when somebody throws a ball and the person's not looking, and you're like, look out! And you hope it doesn't clock him.
The stretch, the 3-1. It is high and outside, and he walked him.
Well, Sonny Gray has two noticeable innings where you can maybe take advantage of him. It'd be the first where they didn't. They had a base runner. And it's the third. He's got a 5.95 ERA in the third inning. That's his most bloated. So here he is with 2 outs and 2 on, and the chance for the White Sox to add to that bloated ERA in this inning.
Maybe a White Sox advantage, brought to you by Advantage Dealer Group. Find your next Chevy, Acura, Toyota, now Cadillac, Buick, GMC. Find your advantage at Advantage Dealer Group. 2 on for Vargas. He takes a strike on a sweeper.
Boy, Sonny Gray throws the first pitch of the at-bat as if he knows it can't be hit. He throws it right where he's trying to. Sweeper that pushed Vargas back and then broke to the inside corner for a strike, and no chance he was ready to hit it.
No look at second. Vargas takes outside. Gray came in leading the AL with 13 wins. And that 13-2 record, the best winning percentage. 6th in the AL with a 2.93 ERA. Last 2 starts not so great, but following a great stretch of work. Ground ball to third. Diving stop by Durbin. Throw to first is off the mark. Throw to the plate. Sam's going to be out in a collision. Boy, he went head first into the catcher, and I hope he's all right.
Yeah, it's a risky send. I don't know if he ran on his own or if that was by design, but he was out by a bunch as Contreras pulled off the bag and knew to look to home plate and make a throw and absolutely nail Antonacci. Not one of the times you...
There's a storm warning in South Florida. It's the Miami Marlins.
Baseball's hottest June team, and they stay red hot this month.
The Fish are flying and are officially the hottest team in baseball this month. Otto Lopez is looking extremely all-starry at short. He's among league leaders in batting average, hits, and multi-hit games.
Otto Lopez has himself yet another multi-hit day.
Right beside him, Xavier Edwards, putting up solid on-base numbers while flashing some silky smooth glove work. Throw in Liam Hicks breaking out at 27, Max Meyer emerging as one of the league's best pitchers, and Sandy Alcantara starting to regain his Cy Young form. And hey, they've already proved they can beat the best. This season, they're the only team to hand losses to aces Shohei Ohtani, Paul Skeens, and The Miz. Red flags are out in Little Havana. These Marlins are dangerous.
Carson Bench leads off the 8th inning for New York. Mets lead 5-2. And Bench flies one to center field. That's well hit. Kwan going back, looking at the wall, and it's out of here. Carson Bench with a long home run over the 19-foot fence just to the left of center field. 451 feet off the bat of Carson Bench. That's been a couple of monstrous shots in this game. First home run in 4 weeks for Bench, and I have to believe that was his longest big league home run.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
About Advantage Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
You're out of there, leaky brands. When all else fails, try North Shore Adult Diapers for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com.
Still 1-0 Boston. Sogard takes high from Burke. Bottom of the third. More good defense by the Red Sox to keep the White Sox off the board. And it looks like Antonacci's generally all right as he's back out and left after that home plate collision. Swing and a miss, 1-1. So Vargas with that ground ball, diving stop by Durbin in foul territory. His throw was toward right field. Contreras did the right thing, came off the bag, took the throw, immediately wheeled and fired home to get Antonacci. Fouled on a cutter, 10 for ID on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network. So looking at the replay of that home plate play a few times, I think Antonacci, the 1-2, and it's fouled off the glove of Romo, tried a headfirst dive and was going to go inside and then, try to hook the plate and go around the catcher, but Wong gave him nowhere to go.
Oh, yeah, the throw was there in plenty of time. I mean, basically, Sam was starting this dive with the catcher standing there looking at him holding the ball, so he had nowhere to go ever.
Swing and a miss, strike three. High fastball gets the job done at 98, and that K brought to you by Circle K. Stop by Circle K for your game day snacks and drinks. Download the Circle K app to save. Both of Burke's strikeouts have come against Nick Sogard. And here's the red-hot Cedon Rafaela. He takes low and outside.
Yeah, it's a great area for you to test and see if he's locked in. Fastball down in the way. Just missed the strike zone. I stay right down there with the same pitch.
Popped up. Foul territory and out of play off to the right. Rafaela with a 6-game extra base hit streak, a 9-game overall hitting string. And he has 15 hits over those 9 games.
Yeah, that's my point, is go to the one spot where it's hard to do extra base damage for somebody like him, just down in the way. If he's going to do any damage, make it be the other direction.
Burke's 1-1. And he was late on a high fastball, 1-2.
Well, that's helpful, right? I mean, when you say high fastball, that wasn't a strike. It was out of the strike zone by quite a bit, high and off the outside corner.
Next pitch is hit in the air to right, foul, and into the packed seats here at Fenway. You mentioned the Red Sox in that wild card race. They're in very good shape that way, but still 6 out in the division. Curve bounces, and the count is 2-2. As it stands at the moment, and we've got almost 2 months to go, it would be the Red Sox and the Yankees in the wild card round again. Yankees won 2 of 3 last year in that round. Check swing, and he held. I thought he went.
Oh, man.
White Sox dugout thought he went. 3-2 on Rafaela.
Yeah, that you don't want a hot hitter getting an extra swing, and he did. That was without question a swing.
Pretty blatant. 3-2, and it's punched foul.
See, herein lies the problem. They're working away, up and away and away and away. And he's vulnerable to the inside corner, but you don't want to make a mistake to him on the inside corner because he's hot and he's hitting for power. So he's able to look away and take away tough pitches.
3-2, and that time he did get jammed, and he fouled one off the home plate umpire, Brock Ballou.
Yeah, it was a great pitch. Sinker on the inside corner at 97, and he's still looking away, was able to foul this off because, well, he's swinging the bat that good. And it was an inside-out foul ball, so, I mean, his approach is just kind of perfect. A little recovery time for the umpire.
And that one got him right off the chin, but he's got that mask on. Still had the sting. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike three.
I love it. The one thing that they did was brilliant. He fouled off a tough pitch in, so immediately he's like, they know I can fight that off. They won't come in there again. They did. Threw him another one in there in the same spot, and that time he came up empty.
Now Wilyer Abreu singled in the first. He has 3 homers over his last 8 at-bats. And he takes a high curveball. Red Sox lead 1-0. They got an early run with 2 outs in the first. And the 1-0 is line foul over near the Red Sox dugout.
Well, that was a cutter in at 90 miles an hour. He is just looking to barrel everything up. The curveball is a pitch I believe he hit out of here last night on Davis Martin. So don't float him one of those.
1-1. Low changeup. Wind not a factor at the moment. Two balls and a strike. The next pitch. Fastball, knee high, right down the middle. 2-2.
Well, you talk about nice sequencing and locations. I mean, Burke is having to really work his hiney off to try and get these good counts and get these outs. And he has to be at his best right now against this lineup.
Now emotions and pitches. And it's outside on a slider. It's 3-2 on Abreu.
We're in the third inning with 2 outs in the bottom of the third with them leading 1-0, and he's thrown 52 pitches. So they are making him work.
Deep breath by Burke. The pitch. Cranked in the air, deep right, and it is a home run into the White Sox bullpen on a middle slider. 2-0 Boston.
Yeah, he is absolutely locked in. And he is seeing the off-speed stuff. Mentioned he took Davis Martin last night on a curveball. I don't know what else he hit last night, but I do remember the curveball. And right there, he didn't miss a slider. He's seeing spin extremely well and timing it. It was up and so hittable, there's no way he can miss it as hot as he is.
Number 20 for Wilyer Abreu. Two off his career best of 22 that he set last year. Contreras takes outside.
Talked about Contreras last at bat where he was fighting off fastballs with 2 strikes. His balance was he was still ready to fight off the breaking stuff too. He's trying to cover everything, and he looks like he has the same approach from the first pitch now. He's looking to cover every pitch that's thrown to him.
He squares to bunt, takes a low curve. Two nothing Boston. 2-0 the count. Contreras takes outside. Ball 3.
You got Yoshida on deck. He's been walking up there the first couple of games ready to swing at anything over the plate.
Peters playing about as deep a center as you can. Maybe 15 feet in front of the warning track. Fastball outside, ball 4. And Contreras walks, and that'll bring Zach Bove, the pitching coach, out for a visit.
Fans head to the ballpark this Sunday, August 9th. The White Sox take on the Guardians at 1:10. 15,000 fans in attendance will receive a shoeless Joe Jackson bobblehead presented by the Village of Bedford Park. Or skip the lines and secure your promo at checkout with guaranteed promo. To purchase tickets and prepaid parking, visit whitesox.com/promos.
So Yoshida will hit with a man on. Steinhoffels is a proud partner of the White Sox. This season, every time they turn a double play at home, Steinhoffels donates $200 to Special Spaces to help create dream bedrooms for children battling cancer. Masataka Yoshida, left-hand hitting DH. Waits and takes a strike. Fastball on the outer edge. Average lead by Contreras at first. He's held by Murakami. And Burke's 0-1. In too close on a curve. With how stingy this Boston pitching staff has been, you don't want to let the Red Sox get many more runs.
I'd say no more runs, absolutely.
Burke steps off.
I mean, and look, they have 2 runs in its 3 innings, but it feels like Burke's been battling because they've been hitting rockets for outs as well.
The pitch. Big swing and a tap foul on a slider back of the plate. 1-2.
And Sean's been looking good out there. It's not like he's having a bad game. It's just this is an offense that's so locked in. No matter how good you are, they're putting great swings together.
Ball 1, strike 2. The pitch. Popped up. Shallow left center. It'll be Colson Montgomery out there to make the catch. Wilyer Abreu with a 2-out homer makes it 2-0 Red Sox. After
here comes DeLuca closing, got it straight ahead. Nice job by Johnny DeLuca.
Snagged nicely by Young. Thornton gets over to cover and they get the out.
Makes a leap at the wall and he makes the grab. A great catch by Julio.
It is a long run and Jeremy gets there right in front of the sliding Lamont Wade Jr.
On the run is Crawford and he makes the sliding grab.
Diving stop Nunez from his knees, throws to Garcia in time for the out at first.
Coming on for Osuna. He lays out and makes the catch. What a play, Alejandro Osuna.
Diving stop, Miggy Rowe. He's still got it.
Diving stop on one hop by Turner. To his feet, throws in time. Holy smokes.
Mitchell coming on, slides and makes the catch.
A nice play by G-Mitch out there in center field.
Halpin going back on the run at the track, leaping up, and he makes the catch. What a play by Petey Halpin.
Like build this for them and spend the last year of coming up with this concept and getting it off the ground and getting everybody here. Like it just feels really good to have everybody coming and experiencing the thing that we've been working so hard on. To be able to like take the experiences of Comic-Con and add that to a card show just is really fulfilling, because as somebody who grew up going to card shows and still goes to the same card show in the same church basement in Trumbull, Connecticut every month, like it's great. Card shows are amazing, but to be able to add all of this experience is what makes this great.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Love it. Live it with classes at City Colleges of Chicago. Apply today at ccc.edu/apply.
This is the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network on Chicago's home for sports. ESPN Chicago.
Top 4, Colson Montgomery against Sonny Gray. It's 2-0 Red Sox. And the pitch. Fouled back on a sweeper. Gray had a short IL stint early this season with a hamstring issue. So it's his 21st overall start. Career 7-2 with a 3.26 against the White Sox. 14 appearances, 13 starts. Another foul back on a sweeper.
Look, just watching how dangerous this Red Sox offense is right now. Even if you're pitching great against them, they're dangerous as can be. Your offense has got to figure out how to get some runs against even good pitchers like Sonny Gray. So you need base runners. You got to go ahead and go old school if you have to. Put some bunts down, force the issue. He's a good defending pitcher, but you can make things happen, and you're going to have to.
0-2. He takes a low sweeper. So he swung at a couple. Takes this one. Let's see if Gray sticks to the plan here.
I think that's a great observation. Why would he throw another one for a strike when he knows he took one, he'll chase the next one?
The pitch. Low on a sweeper. All right, so he is sat on 2. Will he throw him another one?
I think he'll throw him a curveball, but this time
just a little wrinkle.
It'll be a bigger break, and he'll throw it down and see if he gets a chase with that.
Here it is. Low on a curve, and he held on a check swing. Okay, now what?
And now he's got the options, right? Makes you a little nervous because he's laid off of 3 straight out of the strike zone.
But he checked that time, so
yes.
He wants to swing.
So I think he'll come back out of the zone, right, or in the zone, actually, maybe with the sweeper right here.
The 3-2. Fouled on a curve. It might have been low, but it was closer.
So, yeah, that's the closest one. It was probably just low. And now that he's taking a swing at one, he might tune him up with the fastball. Sometimes, you just feel like I got the read on his body language. I can jam him with the 2-seamer on the inside corner.
The pitch. Check swing, and he went on a fastball. And it was high and outside, and he couldn't help it.
Yeah, he went with the fastball. After he swung at the curveball, wasn't the location I thought it would be, but he still did come with the heat, and he got him to chase it just out of the strike zone up. Right now, the problem that we're really having is our big boppers in, and Montgomery and Murakami are not doing damage against good pitching.
Benintendi takes a low change. 4 strikeouts for Gray. They used to call this pitching backwards, but I don't think it really works anymore. There are no rules. Fouled. Used to be fastball set up off speed, but that's a curve. He's just got his fastball as almost the off speed is the fastball.
Yeah,
in a way.
I really think you're right 100%. There's no setting pitches up anymore. It's just pitching to those individuals. And I'm looking down, and he does not look like he's the closest standing to the plate for the White Sox.
Swing and a miss on a low curve. And it might telling you what the numbers say.
Yeah, and it might be because he's very close, kind of like Antonacci, but his front foot, Benintendi's front foot kind of strides a little bit toward the second baseman, so he opens up, and it looks like he's far away from the plate because of that.
23.5 inches away from the plate. The pitch. Swung on and hit in the air out into deep left. Back toward the monster, and it will get off the wall. And he's got a double. Well, he's done that a few times in his career. And Jarren Duran played that ball as well as you can. He was doing drills on playing the carom before batting practice.
Well, I'll tell you, when this ball left the bat, I never thought this was going to make the Green Monster. And Duran went back thinking he had it. He got to the fence, and then he cleared back toward the infield, got his space, bare hand grab on one big hop. You said it. He played it about as perfectly as you could.
18th double for Benintendi. Here's Braden Montgomery. Runner at second, 1 out. And he takes outside. That double sponsored by Tito's Handmade Vodka, America's favorite vodka for a reason. Distilled and bottled by Fifth Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly. 2-0 Boston, fourth inning. Swinging a slicing drive toward the corner and left, and it's out of play. Foul.
Braden has been that guy all year long, right? So batting left-handed, he can slice stuff down the left field line. Batting right-handed, he can do it down the right field line. He's not somebody that gets the barrel out and around many pitches.
One and one on him. The set by Gray. One look at the runner. And the pitch, and it's fouled back.
Nice aggressive swing by Braden. And had he made contact, probably could have driven it out of here to center field. That's like pulling the ball for him. And I don't really care. A lot of times I say younger hitters need to get the barrel out and around stuff, but with Montgomery's success of hitting the ball the other way, it doesn't really matter. Works for him.
One ball and two strikes. Benintendi's at second, one out, fourth inning. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a low sweeper, strike three.
When you see a swing at a pitch like that, ball in the dirt, sweeper as you mentioned, not a strike ever. I think you look at Sonny Gray and he just plays on the aggressiveness of certain batters. He feels it, he senses it. It's what makes him really good. You know, we talk about great pitchers in the history of the game, and they look in and they can sense what a guy wanted to do with any at bat.
First pitch to Peters is low. So Gray, when you combine his two fastballs, has thrown 17, and he's thrown 17 sweepers. Plus, I think that was his 15th curveball.
It's a balance, right? So if you're just standing there saying, okay, I'm going to get a strike, then you're going to have a hard time figuring out what the pitch is. You have to look for certain pitches.
Peters takes outside. Ball two.
You don't have to do it if you're the Red Sox right now because they're so locked in. They can just time the fastball. Their hands stay in the same spot. They see the ball and they react to the off-speed stuff because they're seeing it. But we don't have anybody right now offensively that's absolutely locked in.
The stretch and the 2-0. Peters missed the cutter. 2-1.
That pitch was swung on aggressively. He might just throw it again, saying he didn't come close to hitting that. Let me throw it again.
The 2-1 swung on and missed. It was a sweeper. It was out over the plate. 2-2.
Well, he is, again, tunneling the ball so well. That sweeper was a strike the whole time. It left his hand in the strike zone and stayed in the strike zone for the swing and miss.
Peters hits a chopper foul to first.
There's another one. A strike the whole time, and it was a little bit up above the knees when he fouled it away. And the body language right now by Sonny Gray is he's not happy because that ended up in the strike zone rather than below the knees.
I never noticed his hat is rather askew, leaning a little bit to the left. You notice that?
Yeah. I just saw it as you did on the monitor.
2-2. Low and in barely on a sinker. Wong didn't challenge it. 3-2.
Kind of takes you back to Fernando Rodney.
Yeah.
Tilted hat.
Well, a lot of times it's just comfort. You just get used to it, and that's what you do. 3-2. He struck him out swinging on a low curveball.
He didn't even think about throwing one for a strike, and he still felt good that he'd get the chase.
36-year-old Sonny Gray probably should have made the All-Star team.
Bryce Matthews, who struck out looking his first time up. Matthews getting the start in left field tonight.
Matthews hits it in the air pretty well to center. Going back on it is Rafaela at the wall, looking up. See you later! Bryce Matthews with his first long ball of the year, right by the Phillips 66 home run pump, and the Astros lead 4-0. That went 434 feet just to the left of straightaway center, and it was 111 miles an hour off Matthews' bat.
Now, he called yesterday's home run, apparently.
Because he's a sorcerer or whatever that thing's for.
Yeah, he's a wizard.
Look, I know the highlight here is Brett Sullivan hitting the homer. Just tough to ignore the high wire act that we just saw unfold out there in the bullpen.
And he tried to put it back in the glove. Oh, that's a great move. He tried to put it right back in the glove.
Clanked it, hit him in the head, and
That could be a home run. That's definitely a home run.
That is a home run, almost Canseco style.
Dirt can popped up.
Dirt can may have popped up.
What are they messing with dirt can? They trying to figure out what that is.
What is this?
Anybody? Say's ready. I think that's Clark's hat. That's not going to work, Saya. But you got to get ready how you get ready.
And there's some hits in that hat.
Maybe. Here's one to left. Cooper Ingle tracking. 2 outs.
He threw it in the stands. He threw the ball in the stands. He thought it was 3 outs. Wow.
That's a mistake that I promise you will not happen again from Cooper Ingle. That baby got out of here in a jiffy.
This is the Hard Rock Casino Sox Network.
Hello, Champaign. News Talk Radio 1400 AM and 93.9 FM, one of our great affiliates. Bottom 4, Durbin batting against Burke. And he hits a line drive out in the left center. It'll be run down by the center fielder, Peters.
Another ball hit hard. Hit it off the end of the bat, but still, they are just locked in. I mean, it seems 1-9. Maybe not Connor Wong, but he hit a rocket for an out in this game as well.
That'll bring up Duran. 2-0 Red Sox. And he takes outside. Duran got off to a tough start, but heating up of late to get his average over 200. He's at 202 at the moment. The pitch. Pounded on the ground, foul to first. Now the 1-1. Curve is high.
By the way, I've already mentioned it, but this is exhausting if you're Sean Burke, because you know you can't afford to make a mistake and think you're going to get away with it.
Duran hits a hard one-hopper off the glove of Murakami, and it kicks to the tarp roll. Duran on his way to second, and that's where he'll stand.
Absolute missile off the glove of the first baseman. So, I mean, there's not much time to react, but if it hits you in the glove, these are the kind of plays that your pitcher needs right now, because these guys, again, they are hammering the baseball, and you've got to try and just glove the ball. And it looked like Murakami was in the position to do just that, play it, just couldn't.
So runner on second with 1 out, and here's Monasterio. Fastball strike. That is an error charged to Murakami. Burke ready. Here's the pitch. And way inside, it'll get to the backstop. And Duran now at third. So without a hit, an error and a wild pitch, they have a runner at third.
Well, this is part of the exhaustion if you're Burke. I mean, you have to make good pitches, and if you're going to miss, you're going to miss in favor, hopefully, where it doesn't hurt you. But that pitch was basically at the ribs of Monasterio, who's crowded the plate a little bit.
His single in the second extended his career best on-base streak to 17 games. Infield in, the 1-1. Way low and outside on a curve. Knocked down by Romo.
The pitch count is up there now at 69 as he's working here in the fourth inning with one out. We've talked about it already. Can't afford to give these guys extra bases. Can't afford to make errors because it seems to be the White Sox going to have trouble scoring.
The 2-1. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. 2-2. Burke comes set, knows what he wants to do. The pitch, fouled. Good fastball on the inside corner, kind of jammed him up.
Yeah, it was a great pitch. I mean, a pretty perfect pitch, and he still fouled it off. That's telling you how much coverage these guys have of the plate right now.
Another 2-2. Outside.
How about that, right? You make that great pitch on the hands, and that one wasn't far off the outside corner, but he didn't chase it, and that's what that pitch was all about. Get in to chase a pitch just off the outside corner. No, wouldn't bite. I know this. Don't hang him an off-speed pitch.
The 3-2. Fouled. Went back to that inside fastball.
I'm not even pitching, and I'm exhausted.
And sometimes it's not just the hits and the runs. It's the grinding at bats. They've done it all night. Another 3-2. This one popped up. First base side, foul territory. And Murakami will have room on the side track. Duran tags, shuffles off third, and holds. 2 down.
Yeah, Duran was off the bag because he could be, knowing that they weren't going to throw behind him. And he made Murakami have to run the ball back in and call timeout. And the umpires with him off the bag weren't just granting it. Like, he might try and advance. You never know. That's a good win for Burke.
Infield back with 2 outs except for Vargas against Wong, and he takes a strike on a slider. Two nothing Red Sox. Bottom of the fourth. They have a runner at third with 2 outs. Fastball is outside. Count is 1-1. When Adley Rutschman's healthy, he'll be their main catcher. Right now it's Wong and Jake Rogers. The pitch. Low. Romo will challenge that fastball.
This is called a ball. The catcher's challenging.
It didn't look like that's going to be one that's overturned.
And it is low.
Chicago has 1 remaining.
Well, Romo tricked himself by framing that so well.
Two balls and a strike on Connor Wong. He hit a line rocket to the shortstop in his first at bat. And he fouls to the screen behind the plate. 2-2.
The one thing that has worked out okay thus far for Burke is they are swinging at fastballs up out of the strike zone. They're not swinging and missing very often, but they are swinging and getting to 2 strikes because of it.
The pitch. He struck him out swinging, went right after him with a fastball. And he picks up his 4th K.
I was in AAA, and right before the game, they said, no, you gotta stop. You need to hurry up and go to Cincinnati. You're about to go play a game there. You got 45 minutes till the game starts. So I get in my car, and I start driving, and all I keep thinking about is, which jersey are they wearing that night? So when I get to the locker room, I see my jersey hung up, and love the white jerseys, just the stitching on it, the old school feel to it.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
Here comes Pudge, and Burley tried to wrestle the ball out of his glove. Swinging at a pitch out.
Well, the catcher thought it was a pitch out, but McCarthy didn't know it. The umpire's going, whoa.
Ortiz did the strangest slide you've ever seen. He went down on one knee and went in frontwards.
Nice play by Punto, and the third base umpire takes a tumble.
Quite an acrobatic play, but he got out of the way.
Proud partner of the Chicago White Sox. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
Diving stop. Nothing gets through. And nothing stops leaks like North Shore adult diapers for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com.
Got a couple of changes here. I think Wilson Contreras is out of the game. Siegler is in now at second, and Sogard moves to first. So there has to be something going on with Contreras. We're only in the 5th inning. Chase Mydroth takes a strike from Sonny Gray. 2-0 Boston as we work from our Bell Tire broadcast booth.
Like I mentioned, after that contact with Antonacci, he was flexing his forearm area after that for a while.
That could be it, huh?
Yeah.
Grounded foul toward third. 2 strikes to Chase.
And didn't he get hit by a pitch in the...
He walked.
Last night.
Oh, last night?
No, he didn't.
Did not.
It was Rafaela who was hit by the pitch.
Sinker low and away. 1-2.
Yeah, but think about that. If the guy's running by you, an elbow, hits you right in the forearm, and then it's like being hit by a pitch.
Chase chased a sweeper for strike 3.
With Sonny Gray, he is forcing the issue with our batters. They're getting to 2 strikes. And they just feel, he's going to throw a strike. They have gone out of the strike zone all game and helped him out with 2 strikes because it looks as if they're going to get something hittable, and they're not.
Romo with 1 out. The first pitch. Smacked on the ground, and a backhanded stab by Siegler, and a double clutch throw to first late. He was on the move towards second base, just couldn't get a clean handle on it, and Romo is safe at first. An error charge to Siegler just came into the game.
Yeah, he had plenty of time if he doesn't juggle this and bobble it, and because of that, it allowed Romo, who was hustling all the way through first base, a chance to get there.
That brings up Antonacci. Grounded out in the first and hit by an 0-2 pitch in the third. That almost led to a run later, but Gray got out of it. Changeup is outside and high. Sogard holds the runner. Romo not a threat to take off here. The pitch. Fastball strike. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago White Sox and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. Plus, the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago White Sox. 1-1. There's a high bouncer picked up by Gray, and he'll lob to first, and Antonacci's out. Romo at second with 2 gone for Murakami.
Well, the White Sox have 2 hits. And, Sonny Gray is working the counts, getting them into the at-bats, and working them over. He's just a really good pitcher. The numbers bear that out, but also matching up against us tonight like it's no big deal.
Tying run at the plate. Murakami foul tips. So Contreras left due to illness. The pitch. Awkward wave and a miss on a low sweeper. 0-2. Murakami, a couple of streaks on the line tonight. 11-game hit streak and a 20-game on-base string. Freddie Freeman has the longest active hit streak. It's at 15.
Well, we can use a hit right now, big time.
The 0-2. He bounced one, but a good job by Wong. He blocked that one toward third base, and Romo has to stay at second.
Monet at least has drawn a walk and reached base in this one, but...
Oh, yes, right. So he has extended the on-base streak to 21 with the walk.
Needs the hit, and, why not? He's capable of hitting one out of here and tying this game up, and the White Sox need a lightning bolt like that.
The 1-2. He struck him out swinging on a low sweeper. We've said that a lot. 8 strikeouts for Sonny Gray. We head to the bottom of the 5th. 2-0 Boston on the Hard Rock Casino.
Hear ye, hear ye. Gather around for some of the week's wildest plays.
It's only going to hurt for a second, Brandon.
And it drops between 4 twins.
I shall not drop the ball. Well, don't believe that.
Just clanked off his glove.
Whoa,
was that an eephus?
He didn't even see it. It almost clipped him.
A fantastic finish.
Far slip, and then took this ball off the top of the helmet.
Some just don't know how to catch them.
The throw drills him right in the back, though.
Others don't know where to catch them.
Often met right cheek.
And feast your eyes on these fantastic fielders.
Oh, my goodness, what a diving catch.
And leaping lizards. Great plays in the outfield.
What a grab by Tristan Peters.
He made the catch. Oh, what a play. You can't get much higher than this.
Krauser takes away another. Crowder makes the catch.
Oh, my, what a play by Tyrone Taylor.
How about that?
Junior Caminero steps in. One of the tougher nights, at least so far. Plenty of time, though.
And there's a drive. High, deep, all the way back. Deepest part of the ballpark. And that baby is gone. Caminero, another monster shot.
Another chase home run for Junior. Fourth player in race history with multiple 30 home run seasons.
They're going to factor that one at 453.
Every bit of it. That banged off from a catwalk way up there, too. And that ball was blistered.
Jack.
All right, who is your pick to win the stacked AL East? Rays, Yankees, or Red Sox?
Tampa Bay for me.
Well, the way I'm looking at the Red Sox, them.
Jack?
DJ, fans agree with you. Red Sox, 46%. The Rays get 30% of the votes, and the Yankees, 24%.
Thank you. Sogard fouls underway in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, even though they are down in the division, doesn't seem like they're ever going to lose again.
The 0-1, and it almost hit him. An inside curveball, 1-1.
Boy, Burke can use an easier inning, maybe some soft contact, easy outs, like starting on this pitch.
The pitch popped up, back of second. Colson Montgomery is under it, and he has it.
That's a start.
Sean Newcomb, lefty, is up in the bullpen. Back to Sonny Gray for a second. He's getting a ton of chases tonight. The White Sox don't chase a lot. They're outside strike zone swing percentage under 32%, puts them in the top 10.
Not tonight.
But tonight has been a different story. Fastball misses outside on Rafaela. He's 0 for 2.
Yeah, this is a night where, look, going into this one, we talked about the fact that Sonny Gray can tunnel the ball great.
Fastball is low, ball 2.
But that doesn't mean that somebody hasn't beat him still. I mean, you've just got to... You got to be patient. You can't try and crush the ball. Accept your base hits. Don't overswing against guys like this tonight.
Cutter is in there. It's a strike. It's 2-1.
You give yourself the biggest chance not to chase is when you're just trying to hit ground balls, line drives, and not home runs.
The 2-1 is high. Romo tried to bring it down into the box. Couldn't get the call. 3-1.
You know, he got the easy out of the leadoff batter, but this one is no easy out, and you can't lay it in there to him now because he is in home run mode.
3-1, fouled on a cutter.
Woo. He did not get cheated.
No.
He's doing a real good job. Mentioned last time he was up, even though he's a strikeout victim, of leading with the knob of the bat. So if you hang him something off speed, he's going to barrel it up. Fastballs, he's willing to hit the other way.
The 3-2 coming. Fouled. Abreu on deck.
But even the hottest hitters hit the ball at defenders.
Sean Burke on a 3-2. Fouled. Going inside with a fastball.
Again. Same thing he did last time up, right? Burke's looking in going, this guy again, same thing. Fastball's in. He's fighting them off. He has the timing to do that. Unless you can throw it like 98 right now in the perfect location, he's still going to fight fastballs off.
The pitch. Tap foul on a sinker. Red Sox out hitting the White Sox 5-2, outscoring them 2-0 at this point. And there's a low outside slider for ball 4.
It kind of looked like Sean just got tired of facing the guy. Chase it if you will. I'm done with you.
And that will be it for Burke. Newcomb will come in to face the hot Abreu. And Burke not real happy.
They wore him out.
Yep.
That's all there is to it.
So he exits after 4 1/3. It's 2-0 Red Sox. We'll be back in the 5th on the.
Jumps into the netting, made the catch. Oh, what a grab by Angel Martinez.
Max Clark is feeling good. His second double in a row. That is a 3 for 4 in his major league debut.
Put him in an RBI spot and let him dance.
4 more RBIs for Sal Stewart tonight. The 2-run home run of the 4th and the 2-run single for Stewart here in the 8th.
Gunner hitters
Henderson with his 4th triple of the year, a 2 RBI triple, and the Orioles 4 runs here in the bottom of the 7th. And there's the big knock by the kid, Gunnar Henderson, right there.
It is out of here! Say Doug! Say hello to LA! 5-4 Red Sox!
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Newcomb, born in Brockton, Massachusetts, and a former Red Sox. Just 12 appearances, 5 starts for Boston last year. Split the year between the Red Sox and the Athletics. First pitch is up and in on former teammate Wilyer Abreu. 2-0 Boston. They have got a runner at first with 1 out in the 5th.
Slurve that he made sure not to leave out over the plate.
The 1-0 is high on a fastball. Vargas is pulled in and about 25 feet off the bag. Called strike on a sinker. Montgomery near second and deep. Two balls and a strike on Wilyer Abreu, the pitch. And it's lined to first, double play, right to the glove of Murakami, and Rafaela froze.
Take any advantage that you can. If they're going to hit it hard, hit it at somebody.
That double.
Pack your bags. We're taking a trip to Truist Park in Atlanta. One of baseball's newest ballparks, Truist opened its doors to Braves fans in 2017 and blends modern amenities with historic displays. Before the game, you have to swing by the Battery, a mixed-use complex of more than 60 acres that includes shops, great restaurants, outdoor spaces, and even a concert venue. Once inside, pop over to the outfield market for some grub before you get a lesson in Braves history. The Xfinity rooftop patios have just what you need, letting you get a bird's-eye view of all the action while staying comfortable and shaded under baseball's largest stadium canopy. And we can't forget to drop into one of the most well-known restaurants in any ballpark, the Coors Light Chop House. It's got 3 levels of open-air seating and plenty of good food and drink, so you can watch the Braves dominate in style and comfort. Truist is truly one of the game's premier ballpark experiences and is well worth a trip to Hotlanta.
Sometimes artifacts in the collection of the Hall of Fame can tell multiple stories. This is the earliest known Yankees baseball cap in existence. It tells a story of a very early baseball cap and of a guy who just had a cup of coffee in the big leagues. But there's actually a hidden story inside this cap. There's another name written in the cap. So who's Dolan?
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Across Chicagoland, because what makes us better makes you better. Learn more at nm.org/transplant.
The high fastball.
The flagship home.
An uppercut swing.
For every Sox game.
Boy, did they come together beautifully.
ESPN Chicago.
Sox bat in the 6th against Sonny Gray, trailing 2-0. First pitch to Vargas is a low fastball. Gray with 8 strikeouts. He's walked a couple. He's hit a batter. The pitch. A swing and a one-hopper that'll get into left center. It's a base hit. Vargas leads off the inning with a solid single.
One of the best swings we've taken tonight. Didn't overswing, accepted a line drive up the middle, just a good approach. Fastball that was in on him, and you can tell he wasn't trying to do more than what he just did. Just hit a line drive back up the middle.
That brings up Colson Montgomery. He has struck out in both at bats. Boston has a right-hander up, it looks like. Swing and a miss. On a curve.
Swing looks real long right there for Colson. Definitely not direct, taking the bat to the baseball. He is trying to get the barrel out and around. And he was completely wrong on the pitch.
He's out in front of a curve and grounds foul. 0-2. That right-hander I mentioned is actually throwing a weighted ball up against the wall. Not technically up in the bullpen.
He's up and he's throwing something, just not to a catcher.
Montgomery just got a timeout, now back in the box. Gray has had his number tonight. Ready for an 0-2. Here it is. Low on a curve. Here we go again.
You know, Sonny Gray's so smart. Last time up, he did that, right? Down, 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 down. Worked the count to 3-2 and then got him. He might not want to waste all those pitches this time around and might just try and sneak one up there now and say, yep, you were anticipating I was going to keep throwing sweepers and curveballs down, and you weren't ready for the fastball on the outside edge.
The pitch. Low, sweeper.
Well, the pattern is the same as the last at bat, and maybe he's just going to say, it worked last time, I'll just do it again. But it's a lot of extra pitches. He's thrown 79 total now.
Two balls, two strikes. A pitch on the way. Low on a sweeper.
Looked like the exact same at bat last time he was up there, which ended up as a strikeout swinging.
And it was a check swing. Colson wanted to hold up. 3-2, and there's a ground ball to third. Durbin to Monasterio, and they turn a 5-4-3. Good stretch by Sogard at first base. Should have struck out.
It would have saved an out for sure. He got jammed on what looked to be a cutter, and a nice pick at first base by Sogard.
5-6-3. Double play with Monasterio, the pivot man. Benintendi with two outs.
And that's insult to injury. Two strikeouts and a double play. You've made 4 outs and 3 at bats. That's a stressful night.
Andrew takes wide on a changeup. He has struck out and doubled off the monster.
Yeah, you watch a veteran face a veteran like this, and it looks like a different at bat.
Grounded to first. Picked up actually in the outfield grass by Sogard, and he'll flip it to Gray. And that's that. Bottom 6, still 2-0 Boston on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Pete Crow Armstrong is a walking highlight reel in the outfield, but on Monday night, he put together an offensive tape for the ages with his first career cycle. The Cubs star has been on a tear in June, posting an OPS north of 1,000 since the month kicked off. Things are going so well for the 24-year-old right now that even the toughest parts of the cycle were no challenge.
A bleacher souvenir for PCA.
PCA opened the game with a 434-foot leadoff blast to right center and followed that up with a triple in the third.
Home run, first at-bat, triple, second at-bat.
After a fifth-inning double, he made history in the 7th, recording the 13th cycle in Cubs history and becoming the first Cub to do it in reverse order.
He to right, he did it!
And the fans are loving them some Pete Crow Armstrong here.
PCA's perfect day helped the Cubs mount a late comeback and cap off a historic night.
Cubs win! Sing it!
The beauty of this jersey is the field, the texture, the thin, the stitching is heavy, so you kind of feel that jersey that was very heavy. Check it out, the last name and the number, they have a little glitter on them, so they kind of stack up. It just feels right. I had some really cool cleats to go with it. The way it gets dirty when you slide, it just kind of like rubs off on that glitter. It's really, really cool.
Western Gateway. It's an Ask Len Day. Len, whenever you're ready.
I'm ready, Jack.
All right, Jesse in Skokie asks, with the White Sox being at Fenway Park, what's your favorite stadium quirk?
Ooh, that's a good question. Siegler takes a strike. Switch hitter batting right from Sean Newcomb. I'll go with the quirk that no longer exists. Slurve low, and Romo will challenge. He's pretty confident that's a strike. And it is a strike.
Calls overturned. Chicago has one remaining.
1-1 the count. Tal's Hill. They got rid of it about, 10 years ago, and I don't know why.
I don't have much say on this, but I would agree with that.
It's an incline.
Yep. I loved it.
And then Enron Field when they opened it. And straightaway center. Line foul to left and out of play.
You know what bugs me about them getting rid of that? It's not complicated. They built it knowing that it was dangerous and tricky, and they built it anyway. And then they say it's too dangerous.
Right. Fastball is high.
Somebody's going to get hurt running into the hill. It's like, you didn't think about that when you first put it out there?
The 1-2, and he struck him out swinging. I think what they did is they brought the fence in a little bit and added some amenities and seating areas, and then they mentioned the safety concerns.
Yeah, is there a way of working around the fact they had to do it?
Sinker is inside on Yoshida. So that was after the 2016 season. Grounded foul.
I loved it, though. It was so unique and different. And the thing is that in the history of the game, there were ballparks that had berms and little hills that the outfielders had to deal with.
Crosley Field. Swinging a fly ball out into deep right. Braden's back, and he'll make the catch on the move. Yoshida is out. Tal's Hill was named after their longtime executive, Tal Smith.
Yep.
Who I think came up with the idea.
Well, I think quirks in ballparks are awesome. It usually affects the outfielders more than anything because they're the ones that have to deal with those crazy walls and angles.
Called strike on Durbin. 2 outs, nobody on, bottom 6. We just saw the catwalk rings at the Trop. Slurve misses the outside corner. Romo challenges.
Call the ball, the catcher's challenge.
And it is outside.
Call is confirmed. Chicago is out of town.
So it is 1-1. We've got the pesky pole here, the monster, the Fisk pole. The pitch fouled. Got the ivy at Wrigley.
Yeah, and you know what I like is that all the newer stadiums that have been built, baseball-only facilities, not dual sport facilities anymore. And they've made them unique. They all have their own little vibe.
Swinging a ground ball, diving stop, out at shallow right by Meindroth, throw to first, got him.
What a play.
Chase Meindroth with an excellent defensive play. And after 6 from Boston, Red Sox 2, White Sox nothing on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Yogi Berra was an 18-time All-Star and 10-time World Series champion.
This is the only perfect game in World Series history. You ask him about it, and he would say, it ain't been done before, and it ain't been done since.
David Wells was perfect on May 17th, 1998, Beanie Baby Day.
It's not the pitcher that's calling the game, it's the catcher calling what pitch to throw.
Home plate is 17 inches wide. And so he said, well, if it's more than an inch, and it was a lot more than an inch, then it's an illegal bat.
Well, he is. He's out. Yes, sir. That is out. Look at this.
Keep it down a little, will you, please?
Okay, Yogi.
Casey Stengel and the other touring ball players met the King of England.
Of course, with my English, we had a little trouble understanding each other.
As Yogi said, when you come to a fork in the road, take it. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Talk to me.
This is called a Crawford dog. Hamburger bun.
Yes.
2 split top Angus beef hot dogs griddled on the skillet, on the plancha.
Amazing.
And then we do a bacon onion jam with Crawford Bach beer.
Pick it up like a burger.
Pick it up like a burger and you just go in, man.
Let's go to town.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh, best hot dog I've ever had. Best hot dog I've ever had. I love this, man.
This is how I grew up eating hot dogs.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
That's up on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network. Tyrone Guerrero, 6'8" righty in for Boston. After Gray went 6 shutout innings on 3 hits. Braden Montgomery fouls back on a sinker at 99. Guerrero is 35 years old from Colombia.
Yeah, pretty effortless 99, but with the levers he's featuring, you understand why.
Making his 27th appearance. Back in the big leagues for the first time since 2019 with Miami. Fouled upstairs.
Got that one at 101. The difference is these first 2 pitches have been basically right down the middle. He's not trying to be like Sonny Gray and get you the chase. He's just trying to blow you away, going at you.
Guerrero pitched in Japan last year. 0-2. He struck him out. High sinker at 102. Peters coming to bat. White Sox homers are brought to you by Hard Rock Casino, Northern Indiana. See Theory of a Dead Man and Seven Dust at Hard Rock Live. Friday, August 21st. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. First pitch, Peters bunts toward third. It's a beauty. Barehanded pickup by Durbin, and he got him at first. What a play. Excellent bunt and a better defensive play to get Peters.
The only problem is this, and the bunt deadened nicely. It's all about the direction. Durbin was playing off the line. He was playing in, but he bunted it straight at Durbin, who can come in, barehand grab it. You've got to make the ball fair or foul. That's the way you have to approach it. If I bunt this ball, it's going to be right down the line, fair or foul. If you bunt it toward that third baseman and he's playing in, he's going to get you every time, as he did.
2 up, 2 down. Guerrero now faces Chase Mydroth, and up and in, ball one.
With that being said, I love the idea that Peter's realizing he's not locked in swinging the bat. He had to try and force the issue and make the defense have to make a play. Now, if he can just be a little more precise, that turns into a hit.
Fastball strike, 1-1. ABS challenges are a reminder. Second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. The pitch. Chase hits a chopper to the shortstop. Monasterio, he's up with it. Throw to first, and we'll stretch in the seventh. Still 2-0 Red Sox on the Hard Rock Casino. White Sox.
Hernandez throws on the first and just does get Kendall. He doesn't agree with that call. Now it comes Lloyd McClendon again. And now Lloyd McClendon has been tossed.
And he just kicked some dirt, and he's upset. And he's going to pull first base out and take it with him.
He's walking away with the first base bag. And I guess he's just going to walk off with it, to the delight of this crowd.
Varsho going back to the warning track, slowing near the wall, leads, and he caught it. Dalton Varsho takes one away from Brady House.
Not that deep. Moniak on the move. Here's the throw to the plate. It is on line. Out at the plate. What a throw to cut down for me.
And with a dive, it's Taveras. He's able to scoop it off the green. That is a catch.
Line drive up the middle. Nunez dives. Hops to his feet. Oh, baby. What a play by Nasim Nunez.
This is line and diving at second is Cronenworth. His throw. Got him. You can hit it anywhere, but you can't hit it to the crowd zone.
And on comes Bench diving. And he made the catch. Splendiferous play by Carson Bench.
Back toward the wall. Hernandez leaps, and he made the catch. Arguably the best play he's made in the field as a Dodger. Line to third. Caminero jumps up and pulls it out of the air.
And he's able to go up and end this ball game.
Quick look around the league. Cleveland has gone back and forth with the Mets, but they put up 2 in the bottom of the 7th, so they lead 5-4 heading into the top of the 8th in Cleveland. The Twins and Royals are tied up 1-1. Dean Kramer making his Twins debut first after the trade deadline. He's gone 5 innings. That one is going into the 6th with the Twins and Royals tied up 1-1. Paul Skeens has given up 3 runs to the Brewers. Brewers lead the Pirates 3-0 in the top of the 6th. Let's send it back to Len and DJ.
All right, thanks, Jack. Foul strike on Jaron Duran. Sean Newcomb still in the game. He's retired all 4 batters he's faced. The 0-1 pitch is bounced past a diving Vargas. That'll get into left field. Duran, big turn. He'll stick with a single.
Yeah, Antonacci busted his butt, got over there and held him to that single. Great at bat by Duran, though. I mean, he just fought one off his hands down the third base line. Third baseman playing off of it, so he had no play.
We've got a pitching change. Huascar Brazoban will make his White Sox debut against Andrew Monasterio when we come back. Bottom 7, 2-0.
Tip of the cap, and now here we go. He gets Larry Walker, and here he is. He's going to face him right-handed. Why not? He looks like a catcher hitting. And now he's back to the left side, and a 2-out walk. So Walker reaches base after that first pitch that was like the flyby here right after the anthem.
A lot of baseball fans have some familiarity with the T206 American Tobacco card set. Of course, features the famous Hannes Wagner card. What we have here are 3 cards from the lesser-known T205 set. which really was a successor to T206. T206 came out in 1909. These 3 cards, as part of the T205 set, came out in 1911.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Day. Gerber, outperforming at every touch point in collision and glass.
"36-year-old right-hander Huáscar Brazoban makes his White Sox debut, acquired from the Mets. 5-2 with a 2.56 ERA in 46 appearances with the Mets. First pitch to Monasterio is lifted foul to right, out of play.
They score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, we've got the season covered, the official source for your Chicago White Sox gear.
The pitch, the strike. Brazoban stays away from hard contact for the most part compared to the league. Interesting story. He throws to first, no tag applied. Made his major league debut when he was 32 with the Marlins. Runner goes. The pitch is high, and the throw by Romo is going to get into center field. Duran with a steal and an error on Romo, and the Red Sox have an insurance runner at third with nobody out.
Well, Romo, I couldn't tell if he was trying to throw that into the runner, but it was a terrible throw. It was way into the runner and way short of making it to second base. So that throw now has Brazoban in the jam.
1-2 on it. Monasterio, the pitch. Swing and a soft fly ball out into left. Not that deep. Antonacci makes the catch. Duran tags. Here comes the throw. It's a little offline, and Duran is in.
Antonacci overran the ball. Had he not overran the ball, he came charging in, stopped, and had to reach up high to his left, which stopped his momentum getting behind the throw. And that let Duran know he could tag, because it's not deep, but with that miss grab, he knew that was going to take a perfect, tough throw.
So sacrifice fly for Monasterio. It's 3-0. 1 out in the inning. Here's the catcher, Connor Wong. And he takes outside on a sinker. That run charged to Newcomb.
Been a tough game.
Grounded foul to third.
Sox have had some errors. They've had some wild pitches. They've had things that have cost them runs in this game. And against a team like this that's locked in, can't help them out.
Brazoban had some years in which he didn't play. Injured in 2015, 2016. Now 36 years old. 1-1, swing and a miss. Good low changeup. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Outside, 98 on the Heat. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Picks up his first strikeout. That was a changeup.
A good one. With that sinker and that changeup combination, if you're aggressive, you're going to swing and miss a lot at that changeup. At 91, just dove down to the knees.
Inside miss on Nick Sogard. The pitch. Outside on a changeup. He signed with the Rockies when he was 22. Back in 2012. The pitch. A little low on a change.
It's a little bit older when he signed initially.
Next offers high, and that's ball four. So he will walk some people. An elevated walk rate, but works on that soft contact that all pitchers want.
Yeah, it was a 4-pitch walk right there after a couple of good at-bats against Monasterio and Wong. Just a little bit of a lapse, it looked like.
Foul tip by Rafaela. Strike one. 2 outs, bottom 7. 3-0 Red Sox. Pitch is just low.
99 on that sinker.
Lefty Giovanni Moran up with righty Garrett Whitlock in the Boston bullpen. 1-1 pitch, fouled.
Rafaela, good aggressive swing and a high sinker, top of the strike zone at 96. It's disappointing that he didn't make contact with that one.
Runner takes off, and Rafaela fouls.
Another high sinker at 97. Fouled back.
Guardians with a 5-4 lead over Brazaban's former team, the Mets. They're in the bottom of the 8th in Cleveland. The 1-2. Fouled again.
He's doing that thing that he did against Burt, fighting off fastballs, waiting for the one mistake in the at-bat.
The pitch. Hit on the ground to Colson Montgomery, ranging to his left, and he'll underhand flip to Mydrop. They get Sogard at second. Boston adds 1. It's 3-0 Red Sox after 7.
Here's Rosario. High fly ball. Deep left center. PCA back. Looking up. See ya. A long home run for Rosario. Yankees first hit, and they lead 1-0. Oh, it's a nice loud noise. And it gets to those bleachers in a hurry. Any wind is blowing a little bit out to left center, so it's going to help that ball. So Rosario had been slumping 4 for his last 28 before that home run.
Varsho going back to the warning track, slowing near the wall, leaps, and he caught it. Dalton Varsho takes one away from Brady House.
Not that deep. Moniak on the move. Here's the throw to the plate. It is on line. Out at the plate. What a throw to cut down for me.
And with a dive, it's Taveras. He's able to scoop it off the green. That is a catch.
Line drive up the middle. Nunez dives. Hops to his feet. Oh, baby. What a play by Nasim Nunez.
This is line and diving at second is Cronenworth. His throw. Got him. You can hit it anywhere, but you can't hit it to the crowd zone.
And on comes Bench diving. And he made the catch. Splendiferous play by Carson Bench.
Back toward the wall. Hernandez leaps, and he made the catch. Arguably the best play he's made in the field as a Dodger.
Line to third. Caminero jumps up and pulls it out of the air. And he's able to go up and end this ball game.
Home of your Chicago White Sox.
Right-hander Garrett Whitlock in for Boston. Red Sox lead 3-0 in the 8th inning. And Joey Bart will pinch hit for Drew Romo. Whitlock is 30 years old. First pitch is a strike on a sinker across at the belt. Whitlock in his 6th Major League season. He's got a career ERA of 2.99. It's 1.98 this season. Good slider. Wave and a miss makes it 0-2.
Well, you talked about it last night that this is a really good bullpen these Red Sox have featured this season, and we've seen that for the first 2 guys tonight.
Swing and a miss on a slider. He struck him out. That's 10 Red Sox pitching strikeouts, 8 by the starter Gray. Here's Sam Antonacci. And he takes a strike on a fastball.
Yeah, right now what we've seen the last 2 pitchers, Guerrero and now Whitlock, they're just charging the strike zone.
With a swing and a sharp ground ball into center field. Sam ends an 0 for 15 with that base hit.
Hey, you can put it on the bar. Yes, Trace Agave's Organic Tequila wants to deck you out in some White Sox gear. Visit your favorite Chicago area retailer or the Trace Agave's Tequila Bar in center field to scan to enter for a chance to win White Sox City Connect gear package.
Murakami the batter. And he takes a high fastball. He is flied to the warning track and left, walked and struck out. And he takes a strike on a slider, thigh high.
Well, it's a close enough game, 3-0, where you feel like you get a base runner, you get that blast, and you're back in it. But let's be realistic. These guys have been pitching their heinies off, and they've been really swinging the bats well as to go along with it.
Popped up out into the left, not deep. Jaron Duran will make the catch.
Thought we caught the Red Sox when they were hot at our ballpark, but they haven't cooled off. They look like the same team we saw there.
Yep. 2 down. The batter, Vargas. First pitch is fouled back. Vargas is 2 for 2 plus a walk, so he's been on base 3 times. The 0-1. Awkward wave at a high fastball. Couldn't catch up to it. 0-2. Antonacci, the runner at first. The 0-2 to Vargas. He struck him out swinging on a high fastball. White Sox leave a man on base. Bottom of the 8th. Boston 3. White.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Wow. Old school D-backs jersey. This was our alternate jersey that we wore on Saturdays. I was the first team to wear the new colors. They called it Sedona Red. Don't mess up that color. Every time I wore this jersey, I would wear the high socks, black socks, black jersey, black hat. I just thought it was a really smooth look, and this is one that I'll never forget.
had a special guest on the field before the game today, Pepe the Penguin.
Pepe was a little cranky today.
If you're at the ballpark with your kid, what's most important? You got to get snacks for Junior. This is a rare father-son first base coaching combo.
Well, after Dinger put up a sign that said, "Mrs. Met, call me," Mrs. Met has her response.
That hit my bat. That was a foul ball I want to hit. He was trying to stay in the hit. See, look, he said foul ball, foul ball. He didn't want to go down to first base. He wanted to hit.
Sneaky store brands. When all else fails, try North Shore Adult Diapers for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com.
Chris Murphy, an ex-Red Sox, and a lefty will pitch here in the bottom of the 8th. 3-0 Red Sox. And Aroldis Chapman is up in the bullpen. Murphy to Wilyer Abreu. And he takes outside on a slider. 28th timeout for Chris. 3-0 with a 4.23 earned run average. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1.
Yeah, he's had a nice year. Just don't look at that ERA and be deceived. He's been really tough on a lot of left-handers. If he's locating, he's really tough.
He misses outside on a breaking ball. The 2-1 coming. Fouled.
And that was well located. That just goes to show you again how hot these batters are. That was a 96-mile-an-hour fastball in the outside corner up, and he had a good swing at it.
Moran is still up along with Chapman. 2-2 is hit a ton toward the corner and left, way back there, and foul. Just foul. As he tried to hit one off the monster.
Yeah, and that would have been probably off the base of it if it stayed fair, but kind of caught it off the end of the bat, thank goodness, and it sliced out of here. Oh. And the way they're swinging, as soon as that leaves the bat, it makes you think, oh, we got problems. Hey, Chicago Sports Network is your TV home for White Sox baseball. Stream the Sox all season long, anytime, anywhere, on up to 3 devices with the CHSN app.
Two the count to Abreu, the pitch. He takes a low curve. Bart now catching after he hit for Romo. And getting a chance to catch another guy that he hadn't seen before. Fouled by Abreu.
Pitch was off the outside corner. 3-2 slider. Again, just shows you how hot these guys are right now. I mean, not a strike, yet he's got coverage off the outside corner to stay alive.
The payoff. Just off the outside on a slider, and it's ball 4.
It's intimidating. I don't care who you are when you see these guys timing everything you're featuring. And you're trying to figure out a good way to get him out, and it's just not easy. He just laid off a perfect slider, just a quarter of an inch off the outside corner.
Siegler pops it up. Foul territory over near the Boston dugout, and it's out of play.
Well, the White Sox tonight have been hanging in there against the hottest team in baseball. Trailing 3-0, but had a wild pitch in the first. Put a man in scoring position and led to a run. A stolen base and an error led to a run.
Runner takes off. The pitch is a strike, and the throw, pretty good one, and late. It's a stolen base for Abreu. He just got his hand in.
Yeah. Throw was right on the money. And Looked like he just got his hand around the tag of Meidroth. The skipper is down there saying, oh, hold on, and finally indicates, nope, we won't challenge.
So Abreu notches his 7th steal. 2 strikes on Anthony Siegler. The pitch. It's a high fastball at 98. 1-2.
We think about the game the Red Sox are playing right now. They're stealing bases, which is forcing the issue. They're hitting for power. They have timely hitting. Their pitching's outstanding. But other than that, they're human.
1-2. It's hammered. Foul to left out of play. Well, this has been a historic stretch for the Red Sox. They've never been better over a 34-game stretch in the history of their franchise, winning 29 times.
Well, we're seeing why. We saw why in Chicago, and we're seeing why now, why they've continued to win. Because they're still playing the same kind of baseball, doing everything.
The stretch, and now Siegler steps out. The pitch. He struck him out swinging on a slow curveball.
Nice curveball out and around the outside corner. I mean, it had some tilt on it. It's one of those at bats you're saying Siegler or Contreras. Well, thank goodness it's not Contreras. Or as some would say, Contreras.
Yep. Jahmai Jones will bat for Yoshida. And he fouls on a slider. We saw Jones with Detroit earlier this year. Remember, he was getting booed at Comerica Park. He turned 29 yesterday. Hit 137 with Detroit, but he's a Red Sox, so he's hitting 385. 2 doubles, 2 homers. He's 5 for 13.
Yeah, they said, we'll show you how to hit here.
The 0-1 is outside on a curveball.
It's a real thing. Sometimes you actually have a hitting instructor that teaches you to be a better hitter. It's crazy. Not everybody can do it, but there are those that can.
Murphy's 1-1. Jones swings and misses. One and 2 on him. Mets have tied the Guardians 5-5 in the 9th.
All right, then.
And it was an error by Brian Rocchio that allowed the Mets to get a run off Cade Smith. The pitch is outside on a fastball. Kansas City 2, Twins 1 in the 7th. Detroit and Seattle have not yet started. The pitch. It is low. Whenever you hear the Red Sox fans chanting, it involves the Yankees.
Yes.
It doesn't matter who they're playing.
Uh-huh. Well, it seems like the Chicago chant now seems to be
about Green Bay.
About Green Bay. So they're finding something neutral other than the team that they're actually playing.
3-2, and it's fouled off Bart.
You got to get this batter because the guy on deck has been swinging a hot bat.
By the way, according to my research, Joey Bart is the only active Major League player named after a subway system.
All right. The Bart system. Gotcha.
The 3-2. Called strike 3 on a slider, and Jones is going to challenge it, but I think he's going to lose this challenge. He looks pretty confident it's ball 4. And it's a strike at the knees.
He's shot.
Boston has one on that.
Second strikeout for Murphy. And that'll bring up Durbin.
How about this? Do you know what BART is an acronym for?
Bay Area something transportation?
I would say rapid transit.
Rapid transit. Bay Area rapid transit.
That's very good. Very good.
Fastball strike.
Huh? We used to take the BART when the buses were always, hey, we're leaving in an hour and 10 minutes. We'd say, forget that. We're taking the BART from the Coliseum back to San Francisco under the bay.
Curve is outside. Yep, I've done it.
Well,
those days are over.
Yes, they are. Could still take the BART. We're just not going to the Coliseum.
Right, not after playing the A's. Runner at second, 2 outs, 8th inning. Durbin takes a strike on a curve. Count now 1-2. 3-0 Red Sox. I think if they add on here, it'll be Moran, but if it's a 3-0 game, it'll be Chapman in the 9th. The pitch. Check swing on a low slurve. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Boy, Abreu out there as with that little check swing, he was running toward third in anticipation of contact. He's really trying to get a great secondary lead.
The pitch. There's a base hit to right. Abreu heading home, and he will score to make it 4-0.
Like that. He was anticipating the hit and had a great jump on contact. And Durbin, who's hit the ball hard tonight, hit the softest ball he's probably made contact with and got a hit.
So Abreu has scored 5 runs in this series.
Oh, yeah, no, he's locked in.
And that'll be Moran now in the 9th as Chapman will sit down. No longer a save opportunity. Jarren Duran swings and misses.
Duran swing almost looked like he was thinking about driving that over the monster and left.
The pitch, swing and a miss, and a stolen base attempt, and they got him at second base. Durbin tagged by Colson Montgomery.
He caught it and swiped the tag on his leg all in one motion, but they might challenge this one, and they are.
So we've got a challenge on the out call at second base. Durbin went in head first. And I think Durbin was claiming that Colson blocked the bag. And you know what he did? He put his foot right in the middle of the path. I think he's going to end up safe.
I think he's safe even with that happening. Yeah, Montgomery put his foot in the path, absolutely.
Yep. He didn't give him anywhere to go.
But Colson had to reach and try and snag that ball thrown into the runner at the same time.
And Colson's lucky he didn't get injured.
Yes.
So the fans are getting a look at the replay on the center field board.
Again, I mean, it absolutely looks like he was just safe anyway. So you got a block, he's safe, you got everything going on. This is one of those where you're thinking when you're watching the replay here on the scoreboard and on our monitor, it's like, well, what are they waiting for? Let's go. You got places to be, things to do.
Still waiting for New York.
Let's just say that the defensive players haven't left their positions when they're watching the scoreboard here in the replay.
I think it's widely accepted here that it will be overturned.
Yes. Except for in New York, apparently.
It's 2 strikes on the batter, Duran. Durbin will either be out and the inning is over, or he'll pick up a stolen base.
It's been one of those games you look up, it's 4-0, but boy, it feels like it could be 8-0 easily because they've hit the ball so hard all night long anyway. Just fortunately at a lot of defenders. And Sean Burke battled his hiney off dealing with that.
Can't hear Chris Conroy's call, but he said the call stands.
Well, not the first time we've been wrong, and it's turned the opposite. And
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Hear ye. Gather around for some of the week's wildest plays.
It's only going to hurt for a second, Brandon.
And it drops between 4 twins.
I shall not drop the ball. Well, don't believe that.
Just clanked off his glove.
Whoa,
was that an eephus?
He didn't even see it. It almost clipped him. A fantastic finish.
Far slip and then took this ball off the top of the helmet.
Some just don't know how to catch him.
The throw drills him right in the back, though.
Others don't know where to catch him.
Often meant right cheek.
And feast your eyes on these fantastic fielders.
Oh, my goodness, what a diving catch. And leaping lizards. Great plays in the outfield.
What a grab by Tristan Peters.
He made the catch. Oh, what a play.
You can't get much higher than this.
Krauser takes away another.
Crowder makes the catch.
Oh, my, what a play by Tyrone Taylor.
How about that?
What makes us better makes you better.
We come into this year with just a lot more clarity. Hey, it's Will Venable, manager for the Chicago White Sox. Hopefully we can support these guys to take the next step forward. You're listening to ESPN Chicago.
Lefty Giovanni Moran is on for the Red Sox in the 9th. They lead 4-0. Colson Montgomery in the box. And he takes outside. Ball 1. Moran, a former Minnesota Twin. 32 appearances and a 2.80 earned run average. But a 1-0 pitch, low. So the goal here, I mean, Chapman was up, he sat down, but you get a base runner or 2 and he'll get right back up. Try to get that to happen at least. Make him sweat a little bit.
Yeah, the old give him a finish. We're back to that.
2-0 is way outside on a fastball. Ball 3.
You know, the crazy thing is about how he's basically missing by a bunch is you can tell Colson's just standing there taking. Because if he was in swing mode, he might have already swung at one of these pitches. So he's aware that they need base runners, and he's just taking, and he's not throwing one close to the strike zone.
The pitch. Outside, he walked him. So a leadoff walk. And Randall Grichuk will bat for Benintendi.
Just looking at Moran. He might be one of those guys. Said, oh, man, I need a guy on the opposite side of the plate. Now I can command the strike zone. It's a visual thing. A lot of time the left-on-left pitching is not as easy as one would think.
And guess what? Chapman's up again.
Yes, he is.
Grichuk takes low. He hasn't thrown a strike yet.
Moran against left-handers. They've batted 149 against him. 6 walks now, 26 strikeouts. So he's dominated most of the lefties he's faced, whereas right-handers, 187, he's walked 14 of them. Nobody hits him, but the odds are he walks more of the right-handers. So that was a bit of a gift to the leadoff lefty.
He did not pitch in the 24 season after Tommy John surgery. Made 2 appearances with Boston in his return last year. 1-0 on Grichuk, and Randall will step out, and he was asking about something, pointing at the pitcher. I don't think a timeout was charged.
Yeah, maybe he didn't make that eye contact, and the second base umpire kind of verified that.
The 1-0 pitch. There's a strike. Boston acquired Moran on Christmas Eve of 24. Colson not being held at first. 1-1 is grounded foul, third base side. So 1-2 on the pinch hitter, Randall Grichuk. Braden Montgomery on deck. I'm guessing it'll then be Doyle to hit for Peters.
Yeah, because either way, there's going to be a lefty pitching.
Here it comes. Called strike 3, change up right at the top of the strike zone, and that's the first out.
I don't know if that was by design. Not many guys like to throw high top of the strike zone change-ups. Not today, they don't. But it worked out for Moran.
Braden batting right-handed. And now Sogard will play at the bag. Braden swings and misses on a fading change. Mets have taken a 6-5 lead at Cleveland in the 10th inning. 0-1 is fouled. Hate to keep asking for other teams to help you, but what's the old line? Ain't too proud to beg.
Ain't too proud to beg. Yeah, let's just be realistic right now when you're facing the schedule that we've been facing. Yeah, a little help.
0-2. He struck him out swinging on a changeup. 2 down in the 9th. And it is Brenton Doyle for Peters.
One of the things about batters that are trying to barrel the ball up is you feel like you got to start the hands early, and you chase a lot of pitches by doing so.
First pitch is a strike. Colson will head to second. No stolen base credited. 1 strike to Doyle. Made his White Sox debut last night. And he went 1 for 2 with an infield hit. Fastball is outside.
Well, he is a guy with plenty of power.
He's a big guy, 6'3".
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Just plays like he's not that big, but he's a big guy that can move.
Well, yeah, it kind of has that Dale Murphy, right?
Yeah.
Big center fielder. Swing and a miss on a changeup. 1-2.
Two-pitch combo he's really working, that fastball and changeup, and our guys are getting it wrong.
The pitch, he struck him out swinging on a changeup, and the Boston Red Sox are streaking again. They've won 7 in a row, and the White Sox are going to need a win tomorrow night to avoid a sweep And a complete 3-3 trip. 4-0 Red Sox. The